Hey everybody, sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Kids are just giving me a day. I'm not camming up today. I've got a bad sinus infection and I look and feel awful. I'm trying to shut the sound up on my laptop, my old laptop, because it won't stay playing any damn way. Um, so I can just do it to mod people because I can only mod through here. Can't mod through my iPad or my phone. I haven't figured out how to yet. Okay, great. It don't want to pause. Oh, this old freaking laptop. This is what I get. There we go. Okay. Okay. Hey, T. Kelly. Hey, Molly's Miss Knuckle. Hey, Outlaw Trucker. Hi, Gina Marie. Oh, I didn't put my banner on. Let me put my banner on. My ticker or whatever you call it. Lord knows. Hey, London girl. Oh, my sinuses are driving me nuts. They are so badly infected, and my throat is so itchy I can't quit coughing. It's driving me nuts. And my little boy's, he's got such bad allergies, and he has been. Oh, last night I wanted to go up on Anya's panel so bad. I kept getting ready to hit enter the studio, but he just every 2 seconds it was mommy, mommy, mommy in the bed. He wouldn't go to bed, so I ended up just laying down with him. I tried that on my iPad, but when I clicked the name, it tells me to block user, put user in timeout, or start comment. That's the only thing I get. Excuse me. Hi, Revival. And this iPad Mini is a pain in the butt. I know everyone's listening to me about this stupid laptop, and it's been forever. But it's been 10 days, and I still don't have my refund from Amazon on my account, my Amazon account, so I could order another iPad, or I mean another laptop, because the one I got, it would not charge, and the speakers were god awful. When I contacted them, he told me I'd have, because I was just having the refund put back on my Amazon account, that I would get it faster and I'd have it in a couple days. Well, it's 10 days and I still don't have it. And you can't get through to nobody. Sorry, guys, I had to cough. I'm just so over this. There's a reason why this is not working out for me with this damn iPad. Hi, Brett's mom. Hey, LG. I'm starting to wonder if maybe I'm not supposed to get this iPad. I don't know. But I figure I haven't really modded but one person, and I figure I better mod a couple people because I know how the Betty trolls like to come in. And since we're going to be talking about none other, and guys, I'm getting so close to reaching 1K. So close. I have no idea who to mod though, because I know people take it really seriously, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I really don't. I don't know. Anyway, today we're going to talk because you're too stubborn to call your CC and have them reverse it. Yeah, well, no, it's they. Amazon told me that. Excuse me, I didn't hit the mic fast enough. Amazon told me that it would be faster if I just had the refund put on my Amazon account. So I figured, well, he said you can get it back, as soon as we get it. And they picked it up I got it on Wednesday. They picked it up Thursday morning. And he said I'd get it really quick. He said 3, 4 days. Well, it's 10 days and I go on there to talk to someone, and all I get is the bot, and it tells me, oh, well, you got to wait this, you got to wait this. No, that's not what you told me before. Just let me pick another damn laptop and get this over with. So now I'm going to have to order one, and I'm trying to be careful to find one that's not going to take 2 weeks to ship. And oh my God, it's a nightmare. I just really am ready to give up. And subs, yeah, I'm almost at 1K. I'm trying to get there. I got a couple videos to put up, but these last 4 days I've been just feeling ugh. And then with all the stuff going on, it's like I want to go live here, I want to go live there, but there's so many other people live, so it's like, and I really don't feel good. The kids weren't feeling good. They were home for spring break, so it just, yeah. Yeah, I can mod, but only on my laptop. With StreamYard, you don't have a lot of the stuff you can do on their mobile services, and they consider the iPad a mobile service. To say you can't share content and stuff on your phone or on an iPad, only from a computer or a laptop. Excuse me. And even if you pay StreamYard, it's the same way. They don't provide the mobile services. Plus, this iPad is probably, I don't know, 7 years old, 8 years old. So, yeah, I'm learning all this stuff. Yeah, no, I didn't use my credit card. I paid outright for the computer because I didn't. That was the whole thing of scripting and saving for months because I didn't want to have to worry about another payment. I like Restream, but on my iPad, I mean Restream, before you have to pay a monthly service fee, you can you can share up to 5 minutes of content because I've used it. But the thing is, for some reason, everybody else can hear it when I'm sharing content, but I can't on my iPad. I can hear me talking. I can hear, you guys can all hear it, but for some reason I can't, and they can't tell me why, and we couldn't fix it. So, and it's so small on my iPad. The restream setup is really small, but I did like it. It just, you can't share enough content before, but no matter what, I'm gonna have to pay service, so it don't matter. It should have gone back into your account as soon as the laptop you were returning was scanned. That's what they told me it would. Molly's Moose. That's exactly what they told me. He gave me the receipt. You get the sticky part after he peels off the label, puts it on the box, and he gave it to me. So I know they have to have it by now. It's been 10 days. I got it Wednesday a week ago, and they in the afternoon, and within 3 hours, you're picking it up because it won't even charge. Um, so they picked it up first thing Thursday morning, and the very next morning, and yeah, I'm still waiting. They gave me this crap. Well, it didn't come from us; it came directly from the manufacturer. So what? I bought it through you. I think I'm cursed with this getting this. Oh, I can mod from my phone. Thank you, Outlaw Trucker. I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I know I can't from the iPad because when I click the lines, all it comes up is nothing about modding. I've tried it. Hey, Gina Marie. Yeah, I love Menace T. Kelly. He is so talented with his videos. He's work. Yeah, it's not right. Like I said, there's something I don't know. I even tried just going to the store and buying one. That was my first move, so I didn't have to wait. But they never bothered to tell me until after I paid for the laptop that they didn't have it in stock. And then they kept lying to me about when it was coming. And then finally said they didn't know after over almost 3 weeks of waiting. Then I had to fight them for 7 days to get my refund. So then I go to Amazon and yeah, I get screwed. Hey, Amethyst. Hey, Algie. Okay, I don't know how everybody's Saturday is going. It's beautiful down here in Florida. The kids were swimming all day. And his little allergies will be so bad tonight. We've done, it gets to the point with him where the Zyrtec and the Flonase just doesn't cut it, and he has to actually take steroids. But he doesn't have asthma, but his little nose is so clogged and he can't breathe. And he coughs, but his chest is clear. It's really weird. He just has really bad allergies, and he's very dramatic for a 5-year-old. He is very dramatic. So it was like, Mommy, my nose hurts. You gotta stay. So I could not. I can't. I have to stay with him. Hey, Brett's mom, there's a tornado warning. Oh, wow. And I hope everybody's safe. That's nuts. I've been through tornadoes. Don't like them. Oh, that's great, T. Kelly. Oh, Menace does a video with one of your songs. Trust me, he'll do it justice. Menace is so talented. But we're going to go over, BullhornBettys live this morning. I swear to God, this woman knows, some of you probably know who I'm talking about, but there was a kid troll in Nonsense's chat for a few times. And it was Charlie's alternate universe. I think Betty knows Charlie. I really, really think Betty knows Charlie because she's in her own alternate universe with the crap she says. And the woman just feels herself like no other. And I think she truly is starting to believe the stuff she's spewing. And that's scary. Because in there for a minute, I didn't think that Betty knew she was bullshitting everybody. But there's times when you look at her, she's truly feeling herself and believing it. It's crazy. But I noticed that video she did about the Nashville shooter sister's Facebook page where she doxed the wrong people, which I spotted that as soon as she did it. And then the next morning, of course, I had to watch my Hills in the Air with my coffee. That's my go-to in the morning when I wake up. Hills put out a video, so I'd proven it. So I knew I was right. I knew that wasn't, I'm like, and Betty never apologized for it. I truly don't think she took that video down and lost all those views. I think she just privated it. But yeah, she doxed the wrong people. Doxed her sister, and her sister's wife, and then said that there's no way they were married, and proceeded to say all kind of crap that she has no clue about. Not an iota. That woman. Those delusions run deep. They run so deep. She's and Taylor, that's a whole nother character. But Betty had the nerve to say that Dolly's built himself an empire because he makes soaps in his kitchen that don't have no soap in them. Yeah, he made an empire. So I think I'm going to ask them for some help here. You know, he's made an empire making soapless soaps. And she's getting all kind of money and getting away with it. I don't know. She gets to take these trips everywhere, even though she stays in $9.99 hotels. Yeah. Maybe I'm going to the wrong people for advice. Driving right, ATM. Everything go lightly. Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Everything Go Lightly lately. I love that clip channel. That's because they all take uppers and downers and get sideways. Yeah. The weather has been crazy yet oddly calm here in Texas. We usually get slammed with tornadoes. Yeah, it's been weird. These last couple of days have been beautiful here. And I feel bad because people are in chat saying they're hiding in a tornado or they're massive rain, they're getting heavy snow. And I'm like, I feel bad. But I've been through floods, earthquakes, tornadoes. Hurricane took my porch right off. Been through many hurricanes. Earthquake was the worst, though, I have to admit. I was in California for the big Oakland one. That was scary. Flood? Nah, I can swim. But, yeah, I'm done with the natural disasters. I'm done with all the craziness. I want to move somewhere where none of that stuff ever happens, and I don't know of a place. But our island. Hey, Kelly. Everything go lightly posted something as I was coming in here. Oh, okay. He's my internet crush. That would be the woman that he tried to dox me with. She isn't on YouTube. They harassed her family. Oh, wow. Yeah, Betty said in that video that in a video responding by continuing running with this narrative with Queen Bee, which is insane. But he just admit you doxed the wrong freaking person. There's more. There's sometimes you're gonna bring up a name, and you're gonna find 10 people that have that name. I mean, but they're different states, and she said she's reaching out to that poor deceased girl's family to ask questions. It's not her business. It's not her place. And honestly, if that would be me and she'd reach out, mm, wouldn't be pleasant. Let's put it that way. I've been through many. Yeah, I have been in 2 earthquakes and live in the Midwest and never seen a tornado or a funnel cloud. Oh, I have. I don't like the tornadoes either. Nope. Seen my share of funnel clouds. Nope. Hurricanes, it takes, you get days and days and days notice, and people go crazy. They really freak out and go extremist. Me, I just don't like the dragging out for days and days and days till it finally hits. But no, I'm not gonna, you know, make sure I have gas for my generator. That's about all I get ready for. My husband puts the shutters up, but yeah, yeah. After so many, you get like, okay. I outed someone on Facebook scam over a channel I was mod in. Turns out that Facebook person is BHP's #1 mod. So Betty came at me. Ooh. But if they were scamming, it shouldn't matter. But why am I not surprised that it's BHP's #1 mod? Oh my goodness, Miss Knuckle. Well, if they ever want to out you, them people are getting outed. I love Queen. Yeah, so do I. And you know what? Regardless if I did or didn't, what was done to her was wrong. And to keep making video after video and driving it home, saying that she's selling drugs to kids and if she manufactures and all this, and you can clearly see they're not the same people. But I mean, Betty doesn't even black out addresses or names or birth dates. To me, that's doxing and the wrong person. And then to show picture of kids, don't show nobody's kids ever, ever. I grew up in, at least they don't really bother me. Tornado Alley, yeah. Now I have a stalker from England. She has threatened my kids. Says she's gonna tear my life up all because of Betty's mod. I saw her in Uni's and Nonsense's channel a few days ago. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't want her in here. I don't want that. I don't do that crap. I don't co-sign that crap. If you see her in here, let me know because I don't co-sign none of that crap. Yeah, see, the tornadoes. Yeah, we have a weather radio. What's that couple seconds gonna do? In all honesty, let's be fair. They can't really give you that much of a warning with the tornado. But you know, we live in Florida. We don't have basements, so I mean, you just got to do what you got to do. But panicking, I think, and stressing yourself out where you look like you're ready to just fall out, I don't think that's good. But that's, just my opinion. That's just me. Hey, Zoya. Hey, Miss Lee. Okay, she has 3 names on YouTube I know of. I can say her names. Wow. How the hell do people keep up with so many accounts? I can't keep up with my own. I keep saying, oh, I gotta make one. I gotta make one. never do. Because I don't even keep up with my own. I'm very laxed in keeping up with Facebook and Twitter. And I do YouTube and I'm busy. If y'all have not subbed here, please do. Oh, I thank you, Al. Yeah, I'm trying to get to that 1,000. See the profile nonsense chat. Let us know they. Yeah, yeah. I don't want people around that do that. Hi, Lisa. I don't want people around. I don't want people around that will threaten children. Will threaten you. I don't. I don't play that. I don't want that around. Hi, I hate peas. No way. Because there is no reason for that. You got a YouTube grape with someone, you keep it on YouTube. You don't. You don't bring in. And you don't go there. And kids are off limits. I would love to be able to share more because, I'm 59. I'm not ashamed of my age. I don't care who knows it. And I'm not going to lie to you. 3 years ago, it was hard starting over with little ones. I mean, he was 20 months just coming out of the hospital. And she was 4 and she hadn't been potty trained yet. Yeah, I know, 4. But anyway, and now, and they're getting, he's 5 now and she's going to be 8. But I would love to be able to share so much more of this experience at our age, doing this and becoming, yeah, there's things I want to say, but because of people like Betty, and yes, I know we're not supposed to talk about Molly. I'm not talking about her. I'm just saying her name, Molly, and JLR, and Dolly. I can't. I'm afraid to, you know. I actually wondered if it was the same person. We have to think of who it was that told me it was not KJ though, but remember about KJ. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's doxing if it's their YouTube name. You're not giving their birth date, their address, showing pictures, showing their kids. I don't, I mean, if that's the name they go by on YouTube, I don't see how that would be doxing. But, I may be wrong. What do you think, guys? What do you think, LG? Molly's Miss Knuckle, what do you think? I was trying to get that point across without blasting any names. So, okay. I don't, I've never been in a situation. But if that's how they post on YouTube under those names, then I don't think that's doxing. I don't know. Yeah, they are public. That's what I'm saying. If that's what they go under on YouTube and that's what they post in chats as, then that's not doxing. Yeah. But I'm going to start this with Betty here. She is delusions run deep. But one of these days, I'm actually going to succeed in getting a new computer. I mean, it's gonna have to happen. Because don't they say the third time's a charm? And I won't have to do this way. And I'll actually have better access to better editing stuff that I can beat myself up over to learn so I can edit better. But this is Betty this morning.
Full of tears. You had to suck it up, buttercup. But then when it come to other folk feelings, here you are. Want to tiptoe around it. Want to avoid the elephant in the room. I don't want to upset anybody. I don't want to disturb the peace. Stop.
This is some video she's playing. I'll try to fast forward through it.
It was your turn.
Okay, here she goes.
Últimas noticias. Spectrum estrena Spectrum One.
Okay. Al, if you see them, I seen your message. If you see them and they're causing a problem, get rid of them, please. I don't want that. I don't want that around.
Is that he was fully intact. They can't tell his cause of death just yet. And if he was stabbed, even if they could have seen.
Okay, she's talking about the toddler. God bless his soul. Rest in peace, that little angel. But she goes from talking about this poor child to going on a rant. And I was watching her the other day when Molly was up on panel. And she, in a roundabout way, threatened to shoot. Queen Bee. I mean, she said if she comes to her house, which I don't think Queen Bee ever said she was going to go picket Betty's house. Um, I live in Florida. My husband's permitted to carry a concealed weapon. He uses it for work. He has to take it to work. So I know the background check you have to go through. And if you have a felony arrest, it doesn't even have to be a conviction. But her DUI was a conviction, and that's a felony unless she was able to plead it down, which probably was. But if you have any arrests that are connected with DV or violence like that, I didn't think you could get a permit. And I've asked her to show me proof that she's permitted, but of course, she's commented in your channel with all three, so it's there. She's threatening you in your channel? No. I am only under LG on here, for example. I do have 2 channels aside from this, but I know, but not my real name. If someone uses LG, not a problem, but my real name is a problem. Yeah, because this is the name you're going by. You're going by LG. You're not going by any other name. So therefore, there would be no reason to use any name but LG. And if they do, then yeah, I'd have a problem with that. That's the name you do YouTube with, and you go into chats with. That's it. Um, to me, going after your other name is going real life, and that's a no. And unless they have the okay from you to use your name. But yeah, but Punk's always answering for her. Yeah, Betty is terrified of clown turning up at her house. Nobody's gonna come to Betty's house, but during this live this morning, you guys are gonna get a good laugh. She actually says that they passed laws in Florida to protect her from people coming and picketing her house. I laughed so freaking hard because the law was made down here because of what they do at people's homes, not to protect. Oh, great. The dog. Okay, he's got his dog. My neighbor's dogs are out running crazy, and my dog does not get along well with other dogs, and he knows that. And my dog is always on a leash. And my dog gets a hold of that dog. Oh, what a nightmare that would be. But I get tired of telling him. I can't wait to put a fence up. We're getting the kids a trampoline and a play set, and I want a fence up where I can feel safe that they can't get out of the yard and nobody can get in the yard. It's just an added expense that's not in the budget, so saving for it. Betty said, I'm in prison for 10 years. Oh, okay. Well, good to see you out and free. And honestly, if you were, as long as it wasn't about hurting any child or murmuring someone, I don't care. You're still welcome. They harassed you on your channel. Oh, Doug Live. I don't know who that is. Lucky Florida resident. She is. Yeah. Yeah, the kids were in the pool all day. I didn't get in because of how sick I am. My sinuses are so infected. Oh, my face hurts so bad. I just want to rip it off. No one can pick at her house. Yeah, to protect her. What she says. Oh, Betty would call the cops in a heartbeat. She'd be calling the cops, the FBI, anybody she could get in a heartbeat. But she's going to talk about this little boy, which is really sad, just for a minute, and then she flips over.
They can't, state that with specificity.
And mind you, she has no other facts than what everybody else has that's been on the news. But according to her, she has more.
The gator and which injuries are from
They killed the gator, you dumb shit.
I am of belief that there is enough information. I can tell you that there was an enormous amount of cameras in and around the area where Passion Jeffrey was slain, and there was plenty of camera footage all the way to Tom Mosley's home. So I am very confident that they have reviewed all of that information, that they have those videos, that they have, that, and probably may have, because they did get the car. They were processing the car early on. They may have gotten enough data from either his phone or the vehicle to try to
What is a CCW? In Florida, a CCW is not required. Yeah, a concealed weapon it is. My husband had to go through all kind of background checks because he carries a concealed weapon. He's allowed to take it into work and stuff. And so where he works, they even did an FBI background check. But down here, he even just to carry outside of that, he had to have a background check. Yeah, it is terrible about that little boy. Honestly, I cried. I did. I cried. It's I, I don't get how people can hurt children. And his mother didn't deserve that. That's god awful. She had her whole so young and had her whole life ahead of her. And wow. I mean, there's not a lot that's been said. Like I said, Betty don't have a lot to talk about. Hi, Villanova. Betty don't have a lot to talk about. She's Florida's treasure. You can have her, Brett's mom. I'll send her your way. We don't want her. I'm just a couple hours from her. I remember how she carried on at the Anthony house. It was bad. I was there. I didn't do YouTube as a channel at the time. The only person I watched at that time I think was Sherelle. Um, that's how I got on YouTube. I followed Sherelle, and I used to go up on her panel a lot. But yeah. Anybody that wants Betty can have her. We have all the freaks. Betty, JR. You can have them. We have all the locals. Mallory. You can have them all. We can split them up amongst y'all. Dolly, I'm sure West Virginia would love to get rid of Dolly. Okay, where'd my chat go? Okay, there it goes. Hi, Earth. Thanks for coming in. But I'm going to get back to this and let her, because it's amazing how she can go. Now, mind you, this is a drama-free zone. She doesn't do drama. Remember that. That's ultimately important here. It's even posted on her screen. But she goes from talking about this poor child to ranting and raving about Queen and everybody else. But how come it's okay when they threaten to do things to people? Because I heard Molly. I have it in one of my videos. And I know we're not supposed to talk about her, and I am showing grace. I didn't yesterday, but I just got to mention this tidbit because it goes with what's going on. I heard her threaten Savage. I heard her say that her, Bullhorn, and Dolly, and a surprise guest and someone else, but kept hitting home a surprise person to surprise Savage with, was coming to picket her house, to protest at her house. So how is it okay for them to do it, to threaten? I didn't hear Queen say she was going to protest Betty's house. I didn't, but I don't, I could have missed it, but I just don't think, I don't know. It can't be good for you, but don't expect anything in return when you do that. Like I said, I feel like I'm in an alternate universe. Amethyst, you know about the alternate universes, don't you? I'm sure Molly's Moose Knuckle does. Elle, I know you do. Lisa, you probably do too. Maybe it's the alternate universe of the machines, and all these women have a freaking Roomba. And or Dolly might even have, well, Dolly doesn't look like he cleans much. But anyway, they may have Roombas too, or some version of a Roomba. It's the machines. That was so funny that night. I laughed my ass off so far. Oh my God. Nonsense is so great. I know in Texas, those with felony conviction after 10 years may own a firearm for protection only. On that, I don't know how Florida law is. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm sorry, but depending on what you've been arrested for, I don't think it should be after 10 years. I mean, I know somebody did 30 years. Well, I do know him, but I know him because of my goddaughter's mother. But anyway, 30 years for a murmur. I don't ever want to see him with a gun. But that's in a different state, too. I don't think in Pennsylvania he could ever carry. Not somebody I want to be around. Sorry. But, hey, Julie. Yeah, Roomba. That's it. I'm telling you I hate peas. Rage Against the Machines. Yeah, I'm telling you, all these people, because Molly has a Roomba. All these people got Roombas. And, maybe that lady's right. The machines are controlling everything. Because what Betty says in here is unfreaking believable. This woman just really believes her own delusions. I don't even feel sorry for her anymore. But let's get back to it, because I'll talk forever.
Point or coordinate where he may have stopped.
Hey, nonsense.
Moments or whatnot, but they were out in the
nonsense. We figured it out. All these people, Betty, Molly, Dolly, JLR, they all have Roombas, and the machines have taken over.
Area. Law enforcement was out in the area looking for Taylon Mosley when they saw a gator swimming by with something in its mouth. And,
so you have to get graphic, Betty.
That gator in order to retrieve Taylon Mosley. I can't imagine, what these officers went through. So we'll circle back to that. I'm going to say good morning because we haven't been able to.
I'm going to fast forward to all her good mornings.
As this,
she goes from talking about a deceased child to raging like a maniac in seconds. It's amazing.
Drug thug. And we are digging in because I don't like being called a liar when I produce and research legit information. And I have another creator lying. And I want to tell you guys, first and foremost, that they actually they tried to, I didn't sweat one bit, but they literally tried as hard as they could, violating literally YouTube's terms of service, which they always try to say, I'm violating YouTube's terms of service. So I want you guys to hear this, and then I'm going to show you just how hard they came after, not just this channel, but my second channel. And I want to let you know, not only did I not receive any community strikes, I have not had
yes, you did.
One video taken down.
You will.
And in the letter, and I'll show you, they went ahead and removed it for precautionary measures. They removed my community strike and actually stated that I was resolved of that. So it just goes to show.
Wait a minute. How the heck, in less than 24 hours, did she not get a strike and then appeal it and win that appeal? Because I know Rabbit just won hers, which she deserved to win. She should have never been struck in the first place. But it didn't happen overnight. There's no way Betty's happened overnight. No way. Can you hit that thumbs up? Oh, thank you, nonsense. I don't understand. Florida has strict bang laws. How has she got a permit? Julie, I don't know. I've asked her to show proof she has a permit because I know what they put my husband through to carry a concealed weapon. And he even uses it for work. So, and he still had to, they did the FBI and everything. I mean, they went through his military career because of, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I asked for proof, but, I don't get it. I'm wondering if that's why she don't fly that much. I don't know. Who knows? If they did give her a permit, hi, was that Justice? Thanks for coming in. If they did give her a permit, they really need to wake up because, I don't know. I don't think anybody that's had anger issues to that degree, and this is just my opinion, should have a loaded weapon in their hand. Just, It took me to appeal a strike on me for 3 weeks. It took, I don't understand how she did it in less than 24 hours and claims she's got this letter, unless that letter was from a different video. But I hope YouTube does do something because what she did was wrong. And you know what? It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Enough is enough. I'm sick and tired of what these people are doing and getting away with. It should have been stopped long before. Nonsense should have never had to go through any of it either. Nobody should. And families are off freaking limits, period. There's no excuse for it. But let's get back to this because she's really gonna really feeling herself in this one.
That these people that are telling you that these terms of service, that I'm violating terms of service, clearly I'm not, because you're about to see the level of how they came after me, and all these videos are still up, and my channel, both of my channels are still here. They also wanted to go further and state that I was running this stuff on my backup channel because I didn't want to have this channel taken down, but everything's been on this channel. I did that. I put some videos on that channel to build up viewership, but I am a very open, transparent person. I have integrity. I stand behind my work. There's times I make mistakes just like everybody else, and I come out here and tell you I make those mistakes. I don't lie to you, and I will never lie to you. Well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I will never lie to you. That would be a complete and utter lie, because in investigation, sometimes I do things for psychology purposes to force people to have to respond. So sometimes I don't mind lying to get a response here. And that is just...
Did you hear that? She don't mind lying to get responses. But who the hell are you, Betty? Investigations. You're not law enforcement. You're not the media. You don't have a right to try to force a response out of anybody. Not one single person. And when have you ever come out and owned your shit? Did you make a video apologizing and admitting you doxed the wrong people connected with the Nashville shooting? Did you do that? No, you privated that video, Betty. But don't worry, I have it. Anyway, you're lying, Betty. You're lying to yourself. You're lying on top about not lying. Just letting you know that. I told you she's really feeling herself in this live this morning. She must have had some of that good old 2-year-old coffee in her blender. I don't know.
Psychology of it. When you do investigations, you're not an open book. You have to be manipulative at some points to get the information that you need. And I've done that in multiple investigations, even as a paralegal. When I've done research and I've had to call people out or dig in a little bit, I'll say something to make them correct me, so I can identify that I am truly on the right track.
Oh, so that's a good idea, T. Kelly, because it is April Fool's Day. Be funny as hell. We had a chat with everyone using Rebecca as the name and tag BHB. It is April Fool's Day. I tried to tell people earlier, everybody go sub Betty and then wait 2 seconds, count 2 seconds, and unsub her and say, April Fools. Hi, New Zealand. She would shit a brick.
It's not designed to deceive my audience as opposed to an investigative tool. So there's the difference.
Yeah, I use my real
but I did
name
want to show
now.
you guys.
But
I want you guys to hear some of this stuff.
I've always used my real name because that's how I started YouTube. When I used to go to Sherelle's all the time and go up on her panel, I always used my name. Yeah, I know that probably wasn't a brilliant idea. But they're going to be bored with me. The last 30 years of my life have been pretty dull. Actually, even before that, it was kind of, just average, Everybody has their ups and downs, but they'll be bored.
Oh, gosh.
What the heck happened?
She made a backup channel just to do this, just so she could, because she knew we were going to strike her ass.
Why? Because
It's not snowing there. It feels like April Fool's Day. It's beautiful here, and the kids were swimming all day. I feel bad. Hey, Reliable.
So you've got people telling people about terms of service. Well, saying somebody's first and last name, their lawful legal name, is not a violation of terms of service. I've got
But Betty, you not only did that, you put out birth date, phone number, address, and it's not the name they use on YouTube. You put out pictures, and they were the wrong people, you idiot, and you still won't own it.
Original email that I have received from YouTube saying I violated the terms of service. I appealed that. I provided my explanation, and they reversed it.
No way in less than 24 hours. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I don't know what this letter is she has, if it was from an old strike, but I don't believe that. In less than 24, well, actually, it would have been 13 hours. YouTube's going to reverse a strike and you can appeal and win in 13 hours? Hi, Nanny. Nanny, I'm sorry if I killed your name.
That shows you saying somebody's first and last name, providing public records on YouTube, whether it's bad or good, is legit. It's legit, and I'm able to do that as long as it comes from a public record source, a news source, or other. So this idea that I have somehow violated terms of service for exposing Queen Bee's
But
aren't
aren't you supposed to black out the birth dates, the addresses, the phone numbers, that kind of personal information? I mean, I don't know. I think YouTube needs to make it strict that no, you don't need to be showing people's criminal records or credit histories or anything like that. There is no reason for it. There isn't. What the hell does it have to do with YouTube? And YouTube should make it firm and strict and abide by it. Somehow we've got to change things because we're not going to change these people. These people are not capable of change because they don't want change. They don't see anything wrong with what they do until it's done to them, and then it's only wrong because it's done to them. But we've got to change what the terms of service are.
Is garbage. And they were on there yesterday on their panel after I got done with mine, saying that all I do is pull myself out of bed. I come in here, I search the information, what's new on my cases, and we run live with them.
Betty, you don't have
As
cases.
soon as my live is over, I roll over and go back to bed. That's what they say. But on the other hand, they're also saying that they don't like me traveling the country and doing the work that I do, right?
What
I'm
work?
so busy traveling the country and poking my nose. So which is it? Am I home in bed sleeping, or am I working? Because I go to
I haven't seen her
nonprofit
nonsense.
events,
And I miss
raise money
Saucy.
for children and child welfare.
I think she just wanted a break.
I go to my BOCC meeting. I reach out to politicians and stuff across this country to advocate for children and try to get people on board with that, not petty bull stuff like I'm doing right now.
But then why are you doing it?
Me, guys, we're going to go back to regular BullhornBettys show next week. We're starting Monday. We'll have our regular coffee club, and we'll be doing this stuff. And as information comes, I will be putting it out because I do have a lot of record requests out right now. So once those record requests are fulfilled, I will be putting that stuff out because I'm tired of this channel. Don't know this lady, never did anything to her. She made so many videos about me, and I'm finally giving her a taste of her own medicine. And they are just trying to take this channel down. But let me tell you, folks, I promise you I am here. I'm going to stay here. I've never violated terms of service. I don't even have community strikes on my channel. I doubt that they can say the same thing. And we're going to expose them. And the other people on that panel are in my eyesight too, because they have also caused me damage. And if they're going to talk mad cash shit about me, then we need to put them out there in the light of people if they're going to put me in the light of people. Now, if they would like to stop, I'm happy to stop. But if they want to keep going, we will keep going. This idea that I'm going to sit here and continue...
Okay.
To watch.
Well, wait a minute. First off, Betty, they talk about the behavior you do on these so-called cases you're covering, but I don't understand how they're your cases. But okay, we'll just run with that since you're really hell-bent on everybody believing that you're media. Girl, no news agency in this world would hire you. Come on. Okay, but you all, as soon as someone does call you out on your own behavior, on the things you say and do, not your personal crap, you go real light and you dox and threaten and harass. You make fraudulent complaints against people. You and your whole crew. You and Dolly and JLR have posted crap about Queen so many times it's not funny. What are you talking about? I don't know. Ay, this girl.
Them lie and stuff about me. I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't care. But my audience does because they lie. And my audience is upset because they lie. They don't come over here, they don't watch, they try to say we're conspiracy theories, but when have we done any conspiracy theories?
I've never called you, and most of the people that I've listened to, I don't ever recall anybody calling you conspiracy theorist because you don't have enough smarts to do that. Anyway, I'm not. Yeah, Betty, you are always wrong. You always spread misinformation. You spread crap. You dox people on the daily. Look at that recording you put out from the Idaho Poor. You knew that wasn't real. And so did Olivia. But you put it out anyway. And some of you put it behind paywalls. Come on. You are being called out for your behavior. That's it. People respond to you because you go real life. You go after people's kids, their families, their jobs, their livelihoods, Betty. Come on. You can't keep doing crap and not getting crap back at you. It is what it is.
We talk about the facts and we speculate based upon the facts. Van Lady, good morning. I saw some of the posts you made. Thank you. God bless you. ZA, Cranky Pants, Julie.
Okay, I don't want to hear your highs.
What else do we have?
Can we
Potty
fast
Mouth,
forward?
ZA, Tammy T, Sepsis. Nice to see.
Let me fast forward a couple seconds here. I don't want to hear all
It
this
was
stuff.
awesome. I'm like, what? Because I actually went, because they had the one that had the powder in it, but it didn't have any names on it. So I walked up to the lady. I'm like, do you have? And she's like, well, what were you looking for? I said, like a French vanilla, a macchiato, something that powder stuff. You just push the button and fill your coffee up. It puts the water and powder
Are
in
you
it.
really going to
But
talk
it's really
about
good.
getting a
It tastes
coffee?
creamy and it's delicious. And they're like, oh, well, we have this machine here. And I'm like,
She's going to get worse rated on Queen. It gets, she can jump around like no other.
It had pretty stinking good coffee, I have to say. 7-Eleven, stepping up the game. Stepping up the game in coffee. They are competing with Starbucks, because I'm telling you, that cup of coffee out of that machine tasted like a Starbucks, but I only paid $2, almost not even $3 for the cup of coffee. Yes, if I was over at Starbucks, I would have paid $6 for that same cup of coffee. I swear to God, I was literally floored. I'm seriously floored. Just Samantha is in the house. The real me too. So everybody, Linda Lou, I see you, Sweet and Spice.
Okay, enough with that. Come on.
Zoe, it's nice to see you.
How do you go from being so angry
good morning, everybody.
to being nice and then back to being angry?
Say hi to. Good morning. So we just heard that them coordinating in their chat to take my channel, which is a clear violation of terms of service, as opposed to saying somebody's lawful legal name and producing proper public records on crimes of somebody that's saying that that's
but
not.
Betty, you didn't produce anything. That's just it. You were wrong. You were wrong. And you gave out someone's address and phone number and birth date. Oh. Hey, Hopi. Oh, she's nauseating.
Conclusively, that record is not only hers, but now she has finally admitted it being hers.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
And then because I exposed her, she wanted to take my channel. Literally take my channel. So for those that are just now...
Betty, she didn't admit it. In fact, she's been very firm about you doxed the wrong person. And Hills even did a video proving you doxed the wrong person. Great video by Hills in the Air. Hi, good Gumby. So, you're wrong, Betty. You're wrong. And what she's got coming up here is a little tiny clip. That, of course, you know how they do. They make sure the clips sound the way they want them to sound. But it doesn't. It's not Queen actually admitting. Anyway, I'll let you listen to it. You judge.
In. Here is clip 1. We're going to go to clip 2, and we're going to review all the screenshots that these people, while they're trying to tell their audience that I am violating terms of service, we have evidence that will be produced to YouTube about their violation of terms of service.
But I thought you already won.
These are gross violations
Okay.
of terms of service.
But wait a minute. I thought you already won your appeal, which in 13 hours, because you figure you got that straight in, it was before lunchtime, and then you're back on at 6 o'clock the next morning saying that you won your appeal, which I've never heard of YouTube moving that fast. But anyway, okay, Betty.
Because it makes YouTube work 10 times harder, and they don't like expending money on petty BS. So here is
I'm sure
clip
you
1,
try
go
to get
clip
them
2,
to, though, don't
and
you?
you guys can see exactly how hard they
Were-
came after
Wait
me.
a minute.
And
Were you not told by YouTube when you kept falsely striking burnt toast, and YouTube actually told you to knock it off, so you turned around again and did it a third time, and like you did 3 times in a row? Betty.
she says she's getting these videos taken down.
They
Well,
should come down
they're all still up.
because they're wrong, and you put kids on them videos, you idiot.
Oh gosh.
Now, don't fucking touch the Girl Scout, bitch.
Well, her little backup channel did. She made a backup channel just to do this, just so she could.
No, I
she
didn't.
knew we were gonna.
You're on my main channel, baby.
Why didn't you just
I was on that fucking channel. I didn't even know about it. And the bitch linked me up. I was like, whoa.
And then she goes live on it, and she's been struck on that one. Guess what? Yes.
The forgotten sister of Cat
That's what I
Lady
said.
and
YouTube
Binder's
is
bitch.
Really? It looks like you're more in violation than
I like that
BullhornBettys,
name.
baby.
It needs to be reported for misinformation, harassment, and bullying. She's already got one taken down with TOS, and she's the other ones. I'm
No, I
getting
didn't.
some other ones
I
taken
feel
down
it.
too, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not playing with none of y'all.
No
anymore.
way you won an
Hey,
appeal
hey,
that
these
fast.
people for Patreons and members over at her channel, if you really want to help that girl, pay the $39. Get her a fucking
They have to go to insults. They cannot
Hey, that's
justify their actions.
I don't know where doxing
They gotta go to insults. We don't go to insults. We go to straight facts.
What? What?
We go.
Betty. Oh, you don't go to insults? You go to straight facts? You accused this woman of selling drugs, hardcore drugs, to children. Oh my God. And it's the wrong person.
I'll throw in half of it. Get her PI license so she can get her a little bit of groundwork. Clearly, she does not understand God connect.
Oh, ad. Sorry, people. I must have recorded the ad.
Can we call it safe triggers? And not only that, but because I have a paralegal license,
I don't think you have one anymore, Betty.
I can literally overstep a lot of the requirements for the PI license to get it. Many of you guys know that have been with me for a while that I don't want a PI license because that would limit what I am allowed to do because of that license. As a private citizen and media, I have more flexibility to investigate cases as opposed to following some code of ethics that I could lose a PI license over for conducting my business lawfully as a private citizen, but it would be considered a violation for a PI license. That's why I don't get the PI license.
No, why you don't get the PI license is probably because you probably couldn't. But also, Betty, because like you said, there's a code of ethics and you couldn't handle it. You're not lawful. You're not lawful, Betty. You're not a lawful citizen. I live a couple hours from you. I did my homework. You're a clown. And they think you're a clown at your town council meetings in your town, Betty.
I need information. I have a PI that I pay. I give him a little bit of money. He spits out what I need. That's why. If you don't pay for it and you're trying to research it yourself, I go to the professionals that can give me the information. I literally go to the professionals that can give me the information. I do all my stuff lawfully and legally. That's what they keep trying.
You know what? I'm calling you on that. Show me proof. You are as cheap as cheap. I thought I was cheap. You take me to the cleaners as far as being cheap. You are as cheap as they come. You are not paying no damn private investigator. No private investigator is going to work for you to look at you two people. It's none of your business. You get your tips from people in your chats, from your subs. You say it all the time that they keep sending you all this information. And of course, you never vet anything and you run with whatever you get a hold of. Why are you lying? Why are you always lying? Come on, you don't pay a private investigator. You having nightmares, aren't you, Betty?
They keep trying to say I'm somehow, and then yesterday they were saying that I get out, I don't do any, now mind you, don't do any real research, right? That's what they say. They said I didn't do any real research. Well, let me tell you.
Oh my God, she has a Staples button.
Right? So.
No, she don't.
They said I don't research, but here they've been coming after me
Okay.
in terms of search.
Betty don't know how, which I don't either, but I'm sure I'm going to learn real quick once I ever get a new laptop. Betty don't know how to do buttons, so she's using a freaking Staples button, people. I love it. I love it. Betty, which one of your subs bought you that Staples button?
And clearly they don't know how to do research with information literally right in front of their face.
Hey, Susie.
And they're trying to say somehow by saying somebody's first and last name, lawful legal name on here, is somehow a violation of terms of service. That is ludicrous. That is absolutely ludicrous. Now, the violations of terms of service are you cannot mass report. You cannot conspire to mass report.
But you've done that.
True. And you cannot constantly condemn or go after another creator constantly and consistently like some of these YouTubes are. And it's right there in the terms of service. It specifically says it. No consistent attacks. That is what is listed in that terms of service. But one thing that's not listed in a violation of terms of service, using somebody's legal name. That is not a violation of terms of service. But let's look at what can be construed as a violation.
You mean what you construe?
Let's look at this. So here's one. Report them and commented appropriately. Hypocrite escort. Strike BHB now. Don K. Nope, both are still up. I tweeted Team YouTube again. 2 videos on the main channel are still up. I can't find her backup channel. I tweeted and reported everything I could find. I'm not optimistic about anything. I'm convinced Molly will be back up with no restrictions tomorrow morning. 7 days, all forgiven. It's useless. Dolly should be reported as well. This isn't cancel culture. Taking Charlie and the chocolate factory is cancel culture. Does anyone have tweets?
She's reading comments out of Queen's chat. I think Betty, Molly, JLR, Dolly need to go on social media as most wanted. Yeah, we should do a most wanted. I turned my real account into one because I don't know when I reached out to creators. They all blocked my real account, so it just sits. I was nice too. That's funny. I like that most wanted. That's really good. Or you got to come up with a thumbnail on your channel. She's a proper nutter. Yeah, she sure is. I'm trying to catch up on chat. She actually admits she doesn't follow any ethics. She thinks she's so special. Yeah, she really does. She's feeling herself in this live. She's really, like I said, Betty's in she knows Charlie. And she's in one of Charlie's alternate universes called BullhornBettys, Delusions Run Deep. because she believes the crap she's spewing. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'll go back to chat after in a little bit and read comments.
To YouTube yet? Does anybody have a tweet to YouTube yet? Conspiring. JLR doxing Queen Bee was taken down right as I was striking it. I'm not sure if he's dirty deleted. Just taking the trash out here, not cancel culture. Enjoy your disappearing channel, Bullhorn-Bish. Let's go, Bumblebees. Sting, that thumbs up. Take the link, BHB minions. Don't be such a panel coward. Right?
This is the live she sent her mother in. Because her mother, yeah, she's not a licensed paralegal in Florida. I know, I checked. Unfortunately, I never reported on it because the only reason why I checked is because of her sending me off the wall messages. But I couldn't find any license. I didn't go deep, and I was never planning on showing any of it because it's, I don't care. But yeah, I know she's not.
More of the same. More of the same. So again,
But she had her mother actually go into Queen Bee's account. Or into Queen Bee's chat. At least they said it was her mother. Anyway. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, okay, Betty, you're how old?
On terms of service, right? Terms of service for saying Rebecca Turner. I'm allowed to use somebody's lawful.
That's not what you did, Betty. That's not all you did. You started this. You asked for this, Betty. This is what the results of your own behavior, Betty. It wasn't just the name. Come on. You doxed the address, the birth date, the phone number. You accused this woman of selling drugs to children. To children. You were told you have the wrong person. It was proven to you that you have the wrong person, and you still are running with it. And then on here, you're going to say you've reached out to the family of that poor woman? Lady?
Over here. Let's go and look and see what constitutes. Now, guys, remember, this is the original complaint from YouTube. This was appealed and it was resolved. Appealed and
that
resolved.
Has to be a different one.
Let's go over here. Where is it?
That has to be that has to be a different appeal she's reading, if it's even real, from a different strike she got. Because there is no way that from between 10 and 12 in the morning to 6 o'clock the next morning, she won her appeal that fast with YouTube. There's just, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And if she did, then that shows you that YouTube can do. I find it hard to believe. I think Betty is full of crap.
Hold on a second. That was there. Where is? Okay, here it is. Here it is. So this was the original takedown request. Let's go over here. Hold on, let me pull it up for you guys, and then we'll go over there. And I'm going to show you guys what is on the terms of service here. So this was the original email that they said that they removed my video. You can't lie about this anymore, part 1. And I could put it up now if I really wanted to, because I've already went through this process, and they were found as no violations. They removed my community strike within 24 hours.
Yeah, see, she's saying she got it removed that quick. How come nobody else can?
Re-upload it, I could. But here is how your content violates the policy. And again, this is the original one. So it's content that shares or threatens to share or encourages other to share non-public, personally identifiable information.
But you did
on YouTube. So again, this is very important because we always hear people say, "Do this, do that." They are actually encouraging their audience to take to dox people, and this is coming from their channel because we just saw their people in her chat. So this is saying that you cannot share, threaten to share, or encourage others to share, which she does. So that is a violation of YouTube. But this includes an individual's home address, email
Which you
address,
did.
sign-in credentials, phone number, passport numbers, medical records, and bank account information. The one thing that you do not see on this on that piece of paper.
But you showed her address, her phone number, her birthday. And it's the wrong person, Betty.
Legal name. That is what.
But you did more than the legal name.
What they're trying to say is because I used her name, I doxed her. I did not. Now, what would constitute doxing her is providing her home address. I would provide her business address, right?
She's showing on screen. It's hard to read. It's small. Something she got from YouTube, but I just find it really hard to believe that in less than 24 hours. And like you said, it had to have been, you figure, 12, 13 hours at the most, and she got a strike removed. She went in appeal that quick. Man, if she did, that's got to be the fastest in YouTube's history. Because I know bigger channels than her that it took a week for them to win their appeal.
But she doesn't work. We're finding out now that she is a recipient of government funds. And I'm diving into that as we speak because I want to know if it's for disability, which has strict income requirements on it. So,
Betty,
wasn't it Angela Gums? Wasn't it her that said that she reached out to disability to report me and my mother? Well, first of all, we don't get government assistance.
Yes, you do.
We're not on welfare.
Disability isn't welfare. Wait a minute.
And I work.
Okay, Betty, I'm going to get you with your own words. I even have it in videos. You're a liar. Okay, and also, Social Security is not welfare, and you know that, you idiot. You yourself have said, and I'm not trying to go real life here, but come on. She has put it out there to the universe so many freaking times that she is on disability and gets $1,000 a month. She herself has put that out there. She's sitting here lying. She keeps the YouTube channel in her mom's name because then she don't have to claim it. She doesn't claim her PayPals and Cash Apps and stuff. She's even said it. Betty, your own words have said exactly the opposite of what you're saying now. Remember, you always say you live on that $1,000 a month at your bills at your home. Come on.
And you see it.
And yeah, it pissed me off because my mother had a stroke at work and was 61 years old and had to fight for 2 years. But would I turn you in? No. Honestly, I think it's wrong that you're scamming the system because there's people that fight for it that don't get it because of people like you. But, eventually everything comes back at you and you'd get caught eventually. Just saying. But you're lying, Betty, because you yourself have said it many, many times. And I don't care. But you're not disabled and you can work. Look at what you do. Okay?
So they actually did this exact thing to me and my mother. Yes, Gums. That's on Queen Bee. And she was bragging about it. So again, when you get a taste of your own medicine, don't be crying and whining to BullhornBetty
And that's
that you're
all I
finally
know.
getting your just desserts. Because this is serious. If you're going to be asking for federal funds from the government to say that you are disabled and cannot work, and you are on YouTube collecting super chats and super stickers and not reporting that to the office that provides you that disability, then you've got a big problem. That's fraud.
Okay.
That's a criminal act.
Betty, you've done it yourself since you've been on YouTube. You said so. Who told you that Queen Bee was getting welfare? And if she is, so what's not your business? I mean, wow. But Betty, you yourself have said exactly all the stuff you're mad about. Where do you think people got the information? Because you've said it so many times.
Now, this is allegedly. This doesn't mean it's going on. It doesn't mean it's happening.
But you're stating it as fact.
But now that I am aware that this may be a possibility, I am now looking into that avenue.
Oh, it's not your business.
We do not support criminals. We do not support criminal conduct. And, if we see something, we do say something. I act lawfully. I conduct my business with YouTube's terms of service. And if nothing shows you anything more than how hard they came after me for reporting to you guys the truth, that should say everything. And you know what? The truth will always prevail when you do it the right way. They can mass strike, mass report, but when I talk to YouTube, they promise me, no matter what, if I'm not violating any terms of service,
oh my God,
then I will never be taken down. And so,
okay, YouTube didn't promise you anything. You talked to a bot. It's an automated service, Betty. They didn't promise you shit. Okay, they probably sent you back the terms of service text, message. Follow these guidelines. That's not a promise, Betty. And honey, you can go down just like anybody else can because of your own behavior. That's why you would go down, not for any other reason. You violate terms of service all the time. And you're lying. You're not telling the truth. It's not Queen Bee. Jesus Christ, what do we got to do? Jump on your head for you to listen? The proof is out there. Oh my God, I cannot. These people. And the stuff she's talking about, I was in and out. They do long lives. I was in and out. I don't know. Look, Betty's brought all this on herself. All of them are. They can't blame nobody but themselves. It's their own behaviors. It's what they're doing. Peggy has turned BHB into the FBI. Yeah, she said she did. Money moves. Hi, Money Moves. I must have missed you. Coming in. I like the name Money Moves. If someone on disability, they can earn a certain amount of money, typically $600. You're right. What it is once you reach your allotment, and I only know this because of my mom, once you reach what you're allowed to earn per month, then they start. I don't care. You making the kids milkshakes? Oh, you're such a sweet husband. You're a good daddy. They start taking for every 100 you go over, they take 50 off your monthly check. But you got to actually turn that in, and there's no way that there's income tax returns being filed because you would get flagged immediately. So yeah, she's full of shit. I know what she said. I've heard and seen her say it many times. She even said the exact amount she gets. And honestly, it's not nobody's business, but she's the one that keeps putting it out there, making it everybody's business. The voices in your head will tell you a bunch of fairy tales. Oh, thanks for coming in, Stargazer. My goodness, she is so ignorant. Yeah, it gets worse, nonsense. Hey, Nanya. She is in her own delusions. Oh, that's okay, Money Moves. I love that name, though. Oh, through Nonsense Post. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Nonsense.
This goes to show you right here that no matter what, you have to follow YouTube's terms of service when you're calling somebody out and not do underhanded crap. Now, you saw all those responses and comments in her chat, coordinating and conspiring to take this channel and my second channel completely off
I call her
YouTube.
Marie.
When have we ever, in this chat, ever allowed that kind of conduct to go on? Never.
What?
Never.
But you do it all the time. Betty, you need to get out of that alternate universe and get rid of your Roomba, because I really think the machine's got a hold of you too. You really need to, yeah, that lady needs to do a video on you. We need to reach out to her. She does need to do a video on Bullhorn here, because I'm telling you, Bullhorn has been taken over. She truly believes, and sometimes she truly believes the crap she's spewing, and other times you can tell she knows she's saying a bunch of crap, but sometimes she really is in them delusions. Hey, Bad Apple.
Ever allow that conduct to go on, and nor will I ever allow that conduct to go on inside my chat.
You do, though.
So she is the one that's in violation of terms of service,
Okay.
not the Bullhorn Betty channel. And you know where my proof is? Where my receipts are?
Where?
Go to my videos and look.
It's the wrong person. That's not proof.
Still up. Go look for yourself. I dropped 3. There are 3 up.
And you're lying and wrong in all 3 of them, including this. Betty, where's the video you posted about doxing the wrong person on Facebook connected to the Nashville shooter, claiming it was her sister and her sister's wife? That then you turned around and said no way they were even legally married, because they didn't move here till here, and all the dates don't add up and all this stuff, which you have no clue about. It's not your business. Where's that video, Betty? You privated it because you don't take shit down. Where's the video of the fake recording from the Idaho 4, Betty? Y'all privated that too, didn't you, Betty? Mm-hmm. Y'all stuck them behind paywalls too. But you're a law-abiding citizen, Betty. You heckle and harass people. They passed a law. And she's going to say they passed that law to protect her, by the way. Because, we all know that their whole team is brilliant people. I mean, according to her, Dolly has an empire. He has built that empire from making soapless soaps in his kitchen. And Betty has built an empire of being a bullhorn. So I'm telling you, people, that's who we need to go to for advice with our YouTube channels. If he can build an empire out of soapless soaps, hey, Lord only knows what we could do. But let's get back into her delusions.
So
there's something in that coffee.
Again, you are failures. You clearly don't know how to do proper research, even with YouTube's terms of service.
Oh,
you are crackpots that don't know what's going on. You want to come after Bullhorn Betty? Buckle up, Buttercup.
Okay.
Buckle up, Buttercup. You think I have to sit here and take this over and over? It's been 2 years. You assholes can move on, or we can still keep going around. But when I get involved in something, nobody's happy by the time it's done.
Oh,
and if you
Betty,
don't
you don't scare nobody.
To risk my channel to defend my name, I will build another channel quicker than shit.
Your Banny Babe
that I've got over on here
in your
on
mom's
this
name
is amazing. And if you don't think that they will move with me to a new channel should this channel come down, is ludicrous. Is absolutely ludicrous. So,
Betty, that would be breaking the law. You would be banny-baiting this lawful citizen. And I don't think you could put it in your mom's name again because you already have this channel in your mom's name. So, Miss Lawful Citizen, which that's what I'm going to change. I'm afraid to change my name because I always forget to change things back, and then I'd be stuck with it forever. But Lawful Citizen should be Betty's new name.
For all the people that like to
Hey,
violate
forgotten.
terms of service while pointing the finger at somebody that's not violating the terms of service, shame on you.
Okay.
You're showing your bias. You're showing how ignorant you are, and you're showing what failures you.
Betty, you've done. You yelled about Queen Bee and her panels insulting. You've done nothing but. You're insulting people that you don't even know their name. I'm not ignorant, Betty. I'm far from ignorant. Actually, I have a college degree, a real one. I went to a couple colleges, Betty. I have actually several, by the way. But I don't brag about them. Don't need to. Because mine are for real. They're not made up in my delusions. Paid a lot of money to go to them schools, let me tell you. To forever pay them freaking loans off. Something you wouldn't know about that you also mocked in one of your Idaho 4 videos I did when you were doing your fake searching. Yeah. You know, those garbage loans, as you called them? Yeah. I didn't get to buy no house with my student loan. I have no idea what college student you're talking about. Because you don't get enough money that you can buy a house and shit. But anyway, okay. We'll get back to you and let you ramble some more.
Get a life. Get out of the miserable place that you're at. And if you can't, you're going to be even more miserable. Because this spigot is not shutting off. Every one of those panel members have problems.
Okay.
Every last one of them.
Okay.
And they sit up on their high horse acting like they're perfect. And I listened to some of them yesterday, and they are so utterly jealous. It's like, I just can't believe they're all over there on Bullhorn Betty. And why would anybody listen to her? She doesn't even know how to do research, and all she does is drink and get drunk and stuff like that. It's pretty hard to drink when I'm home, I'm home working. When I'm not home, I'm
Betty, you're often drunk. You go live when you're drunk. You panel hop when you're drunk. No one's making that up, Betty. And you're the only one who's jealous and ranting and raving. Okay? Just, you've been doing this for how many days? 4 or 5 days now? Your coffee club every morning is going to get tired of hearing it, Betty, after all these days.
out there busting my ass. Explain to me every now and again.
You're busting your ass doing what?
Absolutely. Who doesn't?
Doing
Who
what?
doesn't? But I do it in the confines of my own home,
Oh,
and I have
okay.
every right to as a.
How are you? Okay, no, you're wrong, because I have several, not just one, several of your lives where you went down to the local bar and had a couple drinks and then drove home. Miss Lawful Citizen, you slam everybody for drinking and driving, yet you do it. And I'm pretty sure 2 of them stiff drinks is the legal limit, Betty. Just, asking you because this is stuff you say. That little local bar down the street you go to? Yeah. I know where you live, Betty, but I don't care where you live, Betty.
Law-abiding citizen that does lawful work, that's not violating the law. And you know what?
You're an unlawful citizen.
That have freaking weed
Oh, I do.
on their thumbnails.
No, I don't do that.
About being a drunk.
What's wrong with medical marijuana?
2 years, I think people have seen me online. I had 2 drinks on Cam's Live. I was drinking a glass of wine. They try to say I was drunk. I had literally 2 glasses of wine. You have got to be joking with me. 2 glasses of wine. We've had a party here.
Betty, I have recordings of your lives, not on no one's panel. Baby, you had the whole freaking bottle of wine. I don't care that you drink. I think you're funny when you're drunk till you start ranting and raving and going off on this crazy ass list about this is all what you want in a man, which you need a robot. Spanky. Betty needs you. But yeah, Betty, who cares? You do it. Own it. Big deal. You're an adult. You want to drink? Drink. I don't give a shit. But at least own your shit. I've seen you drunk many times. On panels, off panels, you know.
A year ago, the BHB late night, where we got together and we all, the whole group, we were having a chat party, and it was something that was just disconnected from true crime. It was just something that we got together to do something fun, a little different, and
I hear you,
we had some beer together or something. Maybe I had a glass of wine on that one as well. I don't remember. I remember I had a Coca-Cola. I think I had a beer and a glass of wine there. So it was like two drinks and Coca-Cola. After my drinks were done. So it's just really funny because those are the only two times.
Betty, you put liquor in the Coca-Cola.
Every single day. Literally every single day. For 2 hours a day. I don't go on big 5-hour tyrants unless we got a lot of information to go over or we're chatting and everything. So I am wearing the beloved Team Foul Play. Team Foul Play today because they are playing foul. And they are full of what?
Oh my gosh, she's playing the Staples button. I cannot believe she's really playing a Staples button. Anyway, I don't know what supporter got her that, but they need to take it back. Betty, you can use a button on your computer. You don't need a Staples button. And again, Betty, I don't care about your drinking. I don't care what you do. It's your business. But you act like an idiot sometimes when you're drunk. Just saying, it doesn't sometimes go over well. And then you do cry, and that really gets, nerve-wracking. But, okay. Miss Unlawful Citizen.
I'm going to run this battery out in like 1 week.
Oh, my God, I hope so. She really feeling her Staples button. She is really feeling it.
What is that crew over there on Wannabe Thugs, Wannabe Drug Thugs channel?
And see, that's what I mean, Betty. Why are you calling people wannabe drug thugs? You have no idea what them people do. And Betty, you're not someone who should be putting anybody down for drugs, okay? Look at your history. Just saying. I mean, you're the one who always bringing it up. You're always accusing everybody else of being on drugs, being a crackhead, and all this other stuff. And by the way, there is nothing wrong with medical marijuana. It has actually done wonders for a lot of people. Yours wasn't about marijuana, though, was it, Betty? You like it to snow in Florida.
Oh my goodness. But it's so funny because we have them just so triggered. I haven't been talked about in so long until this. And
You
then
need views, Betty.
I can't believe you talked to her. I can't believe you did this, and I can't believe you did. Did you tell them that when they were doing this to me? Or is this just a one-way street?
Revival UK.
I'm just curious. So they can cover true crime and it's okay. They can dox people, it's okay. They can mass strike people, it's okay. They can misrepresent the truth, it's okay. They can lie to their audience, it's okay. But somehow, when they get a taste of their own medicine, all of a sudden, they just want to take channels out. They want to cancel that person because they have been exposed. That is the hypocrisy here on YouTube. And we're exposing it a little at a time. I told you this is going to be the year of funky. This is going to be the year of funky. And we're through the first quarter. You guys know I've been kind of hit and miss. I've taken some time off already this year. There's reasons for that. So, this is going to continue to be.
Trust me. We watch Toasty. We know the reasons why you weren't streaming, Betty, because you stream every day. I come out to have my coffee in the morning and feed my birds and squirrels an hour before the kids get up so I can have some sanity. And you're already live, dude. I couldn't. No, but yeah, we know why you weren't streaming, Betty. You had some other court issues to take care of. Oh.
Testing behavior of some content creators, you will be exposed. You're going to be exposed. And YouTube is going to get word of this, and who's going to be in trouble? Somebody that says somebody's first and last name, or somebody that's truly grossly violating YouTube's terms of service. So, you know what? No, actually, I don't manufacture drama, Majestic. You know who does? The 80 videos on Queen Bee's channel causing this drama to come to her front door. That's what caused this. When you go through my lives, you go through my videos, how many times do you see me have other creators on my thumbnails or me talk about other creators? When?
Betty, every day you're putting down other creators. You put pictures of deceased children that are none of your business on all of your thumbnails. You put victims on your thumbnails because you clickbait them for money. Not because you care or you're trying to help get get the story out there. Let's be honest. You talk about creators. I mean, you've been on here almost 2 hours and all you've done is talk about people. But it says drama-free zone. But Betty, that's what you are. Your views were down. You knew by doing this drama you would get more views, and you are, because it does work. Come on. I'm not shading you for it, but let's be honest. I mean, a lot of creators do that. You know, okay, whatever. But just be honest about it.
I'll wait. I'll wait. Because if you're talking about me defending myself one time here and one time there, while they're making 80 and 100 videos about me, you are a hypocrite.
Okay.
They
Evil
can
Queen,
make money,
thanks for
right?
coming
It's
in.
okay for them to make money, but not me. This is my job. YouTube has a whole class on how to make YouTube a business.
Okay.
So I'm following exactly what YouTube was designed to do. But
No,
why is it
you're
okay
not.
for them to do it, but not for me? It's okay for everybody else on here. So you, my friend, are a hypocrite.
Okay.
A hypocrite.
Okay.
And a disgusting one.
Okay.
Because you support somebody that has manufactured drugs that got into the hands of children.
Now you're changing up your words, Betty, because earlier you said she actually sold the drugs to children. Okay, you're wrong, Betty, and you're the hypocrite because you're sitting here spewing all this stuff, and man, you people like to self-reflect a lot. Because really, for the last hour and a half, that's what I've heard. It's self-reflection. Because you do everything you're talking about on the daily. And you haven't quit insulting people. So, okay.
Call me a liar.
You're lying, Betty.
That's what you support. Don't tell me you support children when you support a woman that manufactures and distributes drugs that get into the hands of kids.
Oh, my God.
Don't you dare. Run along now, little girl.
Oh, my God.
Run along. Run along. Like I said, we're going to cover cases with a side of drama. Let's get the drama out of the way.
Betty, you've been doing drama for an hour and a half.
I don't have disability. But yes, Angela.
Oh, whoa. Okay, you know what? I'm making a video. Because I have the clips of Betty saying how she's disabled. I believe because of her back. I'm making a video and putting it up. I'm gonna, yeah, because I can show a lot of everything she said she don't do that she's done. So yeah, I'm putting that video up. I wasn't gonna put it up. It's almost done, and I held it back, but I'm gonna put it up. Piss on it.
My mom was on disability, and she literally called the U.S. Social
So were
Security
you.
Office to report. Little does she know, we're not welfare recipients. We're not like them.
And you don't
we're not
know.
Like them.
Oh my God.
We don't have welfare.
Okay.
We don't have disability.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how it works.
Disability
See?
is not welfare, Betty. Yet again, You purposely are trying to confuse people because you know damn well it's not even the same system. And you have no idea who is or who isn't on welfare. And honestly, it's none of your goddamn business. Plain and simple. But you've said it, so I'm going to put a video out showing it.
But if she's on welfare, and I will find out, if she's on welfare or disability, those have income requirements.
Oh my
And
God.
just as of, the day that this started off breaking and those hundreds of dollars that she got, that probably already violated her ability to collect.
Wait a minute.
Disability.
Didn't she just say how people are wrong for doing that? And that someone did it to her and how wrong it is? But here she's sitting saying she's going to do this to Queen? Well, she has no business checking into anything because it's not her business. Oh. What do you always say, nonsense? Rules for thee, but not for me? That's exactly what this is. This is crazy. Hi, DBS. Thanks for coming in. She's freaking crazy.
If true, I am investigating.
It's not your business.
The person that doesn't know how to investigate.
You don't.
I must be the luckiest person on YouTube because according to them,
For real.
Your
little crew is that you still have channels.
We don't dive into any of these cases. We don't have any information. I just wake up out of bed, peruse the internet, and come on here and talk about these cases. But somehow we managed to get 90% of that information correct. So it is, and I'm talking about our theories and speculations. Obviously, the facts are the facts, but our theories and speculations, somehow we just managed to have the best luck in the world over here on YouTube, on the Bullhorn Betty channel, because apparently I do no research, but I'm just lucky that I keep hitting these balls out of the park with my commentary as well as the breakdown of these cases. But hey, if I'm that lucky.
Okay, whoa. That was a lot. Betty, when do you hit the ball out of the park? What have you done for these cases? Please enlighten me. Because I'm really confused right now. You never hit the ball out of the park. In fact, you're very often wrong in spreading misinformation. Look at what you did to those 2 survivors from Idaho, them 2 girls. Look at what you did to them. What have you helped? Look at what you did with the Quentin Simon case. Gabby Petito. Wow. Okay. Now I'll start maybe to see the conspiracy theory crap. Yeah. She really believes this.
Maybe I need to buy a lottery ticket. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe I need a lottery ticket. All they do is sit and talk about other creatures. That's what I'm giving them a taste of their own medicine. And I'm sorry to put my audience through this. I know we are drama free over here.
What?
But I know that my audience understands.
Huh?
I know my audience understands exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I guarantee I have their support in it. Because even though I'm not watching this garbage on YouTube, they are. And they are highly offended of what's being said because these people are talking about stuff that they don't even watch. So they're giving commentary about me or about a story without even watching the content and saying that I'm lying without even looking at it to find out if I'm lying. That is misinformation. That is a flat out lie. You say you're all about fact, but I listened yesterday and you guys.
But you just said you don't listen.
Nothing of fact. Only
Wait a
about
minute.
your.
You just said you don't watch, you don't listen. Now, which is it? And Betty, you watch it all. And you cry about it every day. And you're not called out on nothing but your misinformation, Betty, that you constantly put out. I truly have never heard you get anything right. I could be wrong because I don't follow you like that. But I've heard you often, very often, get things so far wrong, so far off. I'm telling you, the machine's got Betty.
Feelings, your opinions, and your emotions. No factual information whatsoever.
self-reflecting.
And somehow, Dolly, they said Dolly doesn't work. He just comes on willy-nilly, and then he smokes a bunch of weed and goes back to bed. Well, it's funny how that man has built an empire by sleeping.
An
I
empire.
guess the soap just makes itself. I guess those shirts and hoodies, hats and glasses just...
Did you hear that? Dolly got an empire. For making soapless soaps in his kitchen sink. I love it. And you know what? Why they haven't gotten in trouble with these t-shirts and stuff? Because they are using other people's sayings that are copyrighted. In fact, the ones that Betty keeps saying she's putting on shirts, it's easy to look up. They're copyrighted. So, but come on, an empire. People, soapless soaps too. I'm still confused by the soapless soaps. The little poison imp is beyond a joke. Oh my God, he's got an empire. Okay. Their empires are their subs' wallets. Sorry, but it is what it is. It's all about the money for them. They don't give two shits about anybody but themselves. They don't care about their simps, their followers. They care about what's in their wallets. I mean, some of these people, and I showed it in my last video about Mallory, she even knows when some of her subs get paid. And she says it right there live. Well, they get paid on the 15th, and they promised to give me several healthy super chats. What the hell? You wait for people to get paid? Y'all go earn your own money and get a damn job. You know, it's great that creators are supported, and someday I'm going to get a super chat or a Cash App or a PayPal. Don't know how I'm going to act, but I'll probably get one. They carry it to the extreme. I'm not begging y'all for nothing. Sorry, but I'm not. Just not. I don't have an outrageous Amazon wish list. I don't even have a wish list. I don't want you to buy me a machete. I don't want you to buy me a hazmat suit or snake bite boots that I'm not going to wear or ice skates that I'm never going to get in. Because my old ass is too old for ice skating. I fall, I'll break a damn hip. Anyway, okay, yeah.
make
This
themselves.
would be,
Because
you know what?
Dolly
I know
doesn't
what it
work.
is. I know what's going on today. I know why the machines have her. It's April Fool's Day. Betty's punking us all with Dolly's empire. They're punking us. It's April Fool. She's gonna come live and say, "Hi, I got you all."
So again, exposing how hypocritical and how much lies come out of these other creators. They're not factual nor truthful. They're petty and they lie to their audience to incite them to attack other creators. They are using their audience as weapons against creators that they don't like through falsehoods and misrepresentation. And let me tell
Take a
you,
breath.
not one fact they have ever said about BullhornBetty is correct, other than I've been arrested.
Oh, now you're gonna admit it?
It's bullshit.
Oh, her and that button. Oh my God, I don't know who sent her that button, but they should be in trouble for that. They should get a serious timeout for sending her that button. Woman, they could have saved their money. You could have loaded a button on your computer. Anyway, Betty, is this self-reflection Saturday? And what you just said, I'm telling you, I know okay, I'm just going to say the Hooves on the Ground crew because I don't want to point out. Okay, MGL. That's exactly what they do. This is exactly what they do to the people. I'm telling you, she's got to be punking us for April Fools. She really, really does.
Button agrees with me. Even the button agrees with me. So now
Yeah, that
I've had
button
my
and you
views, I've
just
had
don't
my
work
fun.
out.
I love toying with everyone. I love triggering everyone.
Okay.
You should see all the
Betty,
stuff going
you don't
on.
trigger
I
me.
can't believe you doxed him. What about people driving by my house, putting my father's name, my mother's name, my phone number, my address,
What?
pictures of my home? Not one of them were over on their channels saying, "Oh, why are you doxing her?" Take your little soft hearts and your candy asses and go back to the other side of the street, because I guarantee you don't really want to sharing
Betty,
some
take a
news,
breath.
About me that nobody shared before. You're right, but it ain't been shared on my channel. It ain't been shared on my channel, and I have a pretty damn good name.
Okay, Miss College Educated, it isn't, not ain't. Use the proper word. Yeah, everything you just said. Betty, no one comes to your house. I've never seen a picture of your house. I don't want to see you, except for what you showed. The little bit of the outside and stuff you showed, you really need to watch a video on lawn maintenance, by the way. Just saying. I mean, it's Florida. It's dry and hot down here. You got to take care of your lawn. My husband is fanatical about his landscaping. It drives me up a wall. He's redoing it, making a hell of a mess and wasting money. And yeah. Anyway, I got to be nice because he made the kids milkshakes tonight. He's watching the kids, so I get a break. Yeah, Betty. Wow. Okay.
You like it or not, on the streets of YouTube. I have a clear, great batting average that all my audience, my thousands of people, have watched. So my name is now on this. Lie about that. You can't. And you finally admitted it was you.
Oh my God.
You finally admitted it was you. What was the whole point of the day before yesterday? You saying, oh, she's showing the docket of a dead person. Well, we looked into that claim. And no, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
There's
did.
definitely a big difference between a Rebecca Lynn and a Rebecca Michelle. My friend, you are Rebecca Michelle, and that is the exact docket that I was showing on my live.
Nope.
The exact docket.
You're wrong.
It wasn't for a Rebecca Lynn in a different city and state. It was a Rebecca Lynn from your home, and it matched not only the phone number, the date of birth, the address. We even got clips of your voice. And we finally started finding out clips and receiving clips of you acknowledging this stuff. So again, go back home. Don't sit here and mess with somebody that you don't want to mess with. If you want to keep going down this, I will keep going down this. Believe me, you don't want me to start making terms of service claims on your channel, baby. You just don't.
Betty, you're threatening. Okay? No one's scared of you, Betty. Not scared of you at all. Or if I was scared of you, I wouldn't be reviewing you. Not scared of you, Betty. I'll tell you all about me. What do you want to know? I lead a pretty boring life. Lived in the same house 17 years. I go to the school bus in the mornings. Take my other little one to VPK. Walk the dog. I brush my cat and get bit and clawed. And clean my house. That's pretty much what I do, Betty. I'm pretty bored. Pretty boring. Pretty average. I don't think you'll like it. But I'm not scared
As
of
you
you.
can see, I've got enough evidence that would most likely get
Excuse
you a
me. Sorry for
conviction.
coughing, people.
So I'm going to, again, leave my... Okay.
Sorry
Start
about that. I
talking
tried to
about
catch it.
Betty again. That's it. That's
Oh
it.
my God.
You're going to get to dance with Bullhorn Betty, and that's your final. That's my final statement to you. I'm not going to sit here and play these antics on YouTube.
But you haven't
I'm not going to
stopped.
sit here and keep dragging this stuff out. This is not what I do.
Okay.
I don't care about these petty drama crap. Find somebody else to pick on. You've had your day, but the problem is when you don't put Bullhorn Betty in your title, you don't make money.
What?
It's going to be very hard for you. But if you want to keep that money that you made, I'd suggest you leave my name out of your mouth.
What are you going to do?
I suggest you leave my name out of your mouth. But if you want to dance, baby, if you want to dance,
let's dance.
I'm happy to do so.
Okay.
I'll put this ball in your court. I didn't ask for this. I've
You
never
slow
said
dance or
anything
fast dance?
negative or nasty about that woman. Maybe I might have said something in passing, but never 80 videos. Never just disgusting lies and misrepresentation about somebody's character and who they are. You are a despicable woman that has a lot of skeletons in her closet while you're pointing the finger over here.
Wait a minute, Betty. You just doxed some lady and her wife on Facebook, said they were the Nashville shooter's sister, said they weren't legally married, there was no way they could be because in your opinion the dates didn't add up, and went on and went and looked up people that were their friends on Facebook. Okay. Betty, I don't think anybody is worried about you, Betty. You got it wrong. You even said yourself that you put out new requests for records, which is none of your business. You said you've reached out to this deceased girl's family. You're sick, Betty. You have no right to reach out to her family. Unfortunately, the charges you're talking about, the girl did have. But it's not Queen, you idiot. And what Queen did have, she's owned up to many, many times. You, on the other hand, keep saying you don't have all these arrests, but then you said you have one. You have more than one, Betty. But you know what? I don't even care. I didn't look that information up because I didn't care enough to look it up. But it's out here because of your behavior. Wow. It's self-reflection Saturday with the topping of I punked you, April Fools.
For Betty. And I
something. You ain't got to
Hey, Soma, too. Thanks for coming in.
getting nobody back for some shit they done did to you.
Betty, you don't give me a paycheck. I don't make any money. I'm not even monetized. Excuse me. But I don't think anybody banks on you for their bread and butter. Just saying. This is some video clip she's playing, but then she's going to go back to ranting.
Because quiet as it's kept, everybody.
that you are not allowed to
this
attack
itchy throat's driving me
another
nuts.
creator. We have made this platform is friendly as possible to people that even if they don't agree, they do it
Okay.
they do it.
Now, she's been done with this rant for the last 30 minutes, and she's still going on. Yeah. Yeah, I did mute because I was coughing. Sorry, guys. No sound? Okay.
We do not go to this level, but don't what is that saying? I gotta bring it up. But it's like half holy, half hood. That means you can pray with me, but don't play with me. That is ringing in my head right now. That's what's ringing in my head right now. So we try to make a good environment for our audience here where we don't attack other creators. We may say something off the cuff once in a while, but definitely not to the tune of attacking or trying to take somebody else's channel out or anything like that. And many of you know, there's been a lot of people that have been unblocked on here. You guys know, you're disrespectful, you get blocked. And we've cleaned up our chat quite a bit. She didn't ID someone. It was a mistake at work. I don't know what you're talking about, Mystic, but...
she's trying to tell you the truth about Queen Bee, but you don't want to hear it.
And Karen Davis is right. If there's any disrespectful comments in here, they're removed. So we don't play those games. But don't ever think for 1 minute.
Betty, that's not true. I've watched your chats. The only comments you have removed, or anybody that's calling you out for something or asking you a question about misinformation you put out, those are the comments you have removed. Lady, wow.
That I don't have the backbone to deal with this or take this on.
Hey,
I
Porky.
choose not to. I choose not to for the betterment of the cases I cover. I choose not to for the betterment of my audience. I choose not to do it for the betterment of myself. We don't resort to those types of tactics because we have no facts to defend ourselves with, right? And that's what when they don't have the facts to support themselves, they go to attacking people. When they lie to their audience and are caught, they go to attacking people. That is what I am getting sick and tired of. Don't be a hypocrite.
Betty, what's in that coffee you were drinking this morning? I'm telling you, she's punking us for April Fool's Day. She's got to be, because or it's Self-Reflection Saturday. Because everything she's saying is exactly what her and her hooves on the ground, hecklers on the street do to people every day. Every day. They attack Queen. What did they think was going to happen back?
I will call you out for being a hypocrite. If one channel can cover true crime cases and you guys are okay with that, then another channel can cover true crime cases. You don't get to pick and choose what I do with my life. You don't. I live my life. I'm happy. If I want to get out with bedhead and no makeup on, like I did this morning, guess what? That is my prerogative. Until some of you bitches start paying my bills, my taxes,
they do.
And a roof over my head, I don't want to hear
what I'm doing
with my money. Because when you're asking me what I'm doing with my money, I'm going to ask you what you're doing with your money. Because my audience, I'm very transparent with. They see I'm building this channel. They see me spending money on hotel rooms, getting out there, gas. They see me contributing to my community and going and getting necessary supplies and driving them down to Fort Myers to hurricane victims.
Number one, Betty, you didn't pay for none of that. Your subs all donated for that. Everything you're talking about, not one red cent comes out of your pocket. Technically, it's your subs money, Betty. Yeah, and you stay in roach hotels. We know. We're the roaches, but you stay in the roach hotels. And you got a life roach in your group. And then you got an empire builder of roachless, soapless soap. He even looks like a roach. Then you got the dude whose eyes never move, never blink. That, creepy. Anyway, and then there's you. Yeah, okay.
When have you ever done anything like that?
Like what? Make an ass out of ourselves?
Community out. You have never. You have been a menace to your community. While I'm over here helping my community, you have been a menace to yours.
Okay, look. I have to say this. Betty, and I know this with fact. Honestly, I do. I'm not going to put out what I do have because it's not my place. But what I can tell you is you don't help your community, Betty. In fact, do a little homework because I did. You're a joke. You're a clown. You're not respected, and you're not liked. Betty, you threatened to burn a local councilman's house down. You hang around with the Proud Boys. You went after a local reporter because she called you out on your crap. You go to meetings about stuff you don't even know about. I don't know why you're interested in the school board because you have no children. But Betty, honestly, honey, you're really not the lawful citizen, community activist, political, whatever you want to call it, person. You really, really aren't. I hate to tell it to you. If you were, you would have never threatened to burn down the councilman's damn house. I know I have it in one of my videos. You actually saying it. So, yeah. Okay, Betty.
Law enforcement knows you. My law enforcement knows me.
Oh, yeah, they
because
do.
of the work that I've done for this county that has helped counties. Your law enforcement knows you because you're a freaking criminal that they have arrested more times than not.
Okay.
My shit.
Betty, the sheriff's office, yeah, they know you. They know you. Trust me, they know you. Not only from your 40-something arrest, but because of all the other crap you pulled, Betty. Yeah, they know you, but not in the way you think. Trust and believe, not in the way you think. And you know, I'm not a betting person, but I would even bet on that, Betty. Because there was a phone call made about you threatening that councilman, wasn't there? Threatening to burn his house down. Yeah, you had to have a talk with the sheriff, didn't you, Betty? Just saying. Shouldn't throw rocks when you live in glass houses, Betty. A lot of people live in Florida. Some live pretty close. So they can find out, Betty. It's easy. Actually, just watch you. And watch your councilman's faces when you're in the meetings. Says it all, man. Don't even need to hear anything. Just look at their faces when you're up there talking. Yeah, okay.
Has met with me and told him.
And your
told
rally,
me how proud.
your little rally place card, whatever you want to call it, thing you made up, you couldn't have been so far off on that. You have no clue what any of that stuff even meant. Because you were wrong about it, Betty. You were misinforming about it. And the changes you want made. Okay.
Is of the changes I have made in my life. What has your sheriff done
What
for
changes?
You? Not a thing, but put handcuffs on you.
Yeah, your sheriff's put handcuffs on you quite a few times.
Above me, little girl. You are beneath me. And until you change your life, and until you change your behavior, you will always be beneath me. It is time for you to get God and get right. But don't ever think a Christian person has to lay down and be a rug to walk all over, because I am not that kind of Christian lady.
Okay.
I'm not that kind of Christian lady.
Okay. But you just described yourself
I'm
that
the kind
too.
of Christian lady that knows I need God.
And
And I know I am guilty of sin every single day. Every time I say a cuss word,
amen.
I have to pray for that. I have to apologize for that. I have to bless my house daily. The things that come into my house get blessed daily.
Okay.
I am a blessed woman. Nobody will ever be able to destroy this woman right here. Because you know what I did? I destroyed myself, and I built myself up to this beautiful human being that I am today. That's what I did. Nobody can ever destroy me like I destroyed myself.
Like you destroyed yourself, which you are continuing to do, because I don't know anybody that's trying to destroy you, Betty. I personally don't want to destroy you. Honestly, I really don't. I'm not giving you that much of my energy. Sorry. Live your little married life any way you want, except for what you do on here with these victims and their families. That y'all gotta stop. Doxing people, threatening people, because you even threatened to use a weapon, which I still want to see your permit to carry, which you won't show me. But anyway, just leave people alone, Betty, and you'll be left alone. It's that simple. What you do to these victims and these children is sick, Betty. Sick. You have no right to go in front of someone's home and scream the horrible trash that you do. You have no right. You want to peacefully protest? Knock yourself out. But what you do is not. That's not right. It's not, in my book, that's not protesting. You are harassing. You are interfering in cases. Leave people alone. Do what other true crimers do. They report from where they're at. They don't go to the scenes and carry on like you do. And you know what? Why are you blaming Queen Bee for that lady being there? I thought in the beginning you were blaming Savage for it. So what? Now it's Queen Bee that's center. Get it right. You can't keep switching it up because you done blamed it on everybody. Did it ever occur to you that maybe she jumped in her car and went there on her own? Did that ever occur to you? You know, the lady that Dolly assaulted but said he didn't assault, and Justin filmed it but said he didn't film it and didn't see it. You know, and of course we all know you lied and said it didn't happen. But yeah, you change it up a lot. You don't even know who the frick you call and leave voicemails to. I mean, was you all that drunk at MGL's house that weekend that you can't remember who you called and left the voicemail to? I mean,
So that makes me a very dangerous person here because I've got nothing to lose. You can't destroy me. You can't take my home. You can't take my car. You can't bankrupt me.
Betty, I gotta tell you about something. If somebody was to civilly sue you and win, they can put a lien on your house, Betty. They can end up making you sell your home to pay it. It can happen. It does happen. Check in civil cases. So you're wrong there yet again, Miss Law Professor. But nobody wants your house, Betty. Nobody wants to destroy you. You do that yourself. No one has hurt your name but your own behavior, Betty. You're the one, if your channel ever does go down, it's going to be because of you. No one else. Because no one can make you spew the crap you spew out of that mouth. Quit blaming people.
Return from the same friend's house. Like I played every not content for my channel. I county and request their mugshot and their charge sheet.
Wait,
for you to get God.
Okay. I hit the dang button on my phone and it sent it to the end. But there's just a couple more minutes I want to play and then we'll be done with it. Because this is when she says that she's requesting the actual arrest records of Queen Bee and this other woman. And that she's reached out to the family. Or is going to reach out to the family. It's really sickening what she does.
Get right. But don't ever think a Christian person has to lay down and be a rug to walk all over because I am not coming out with this and how hot Queen Bee got. I knew right then I had the right docket.
No, you don't.
And she goes on her panel and says, "You just showed the docket of a dead woman."
You did.
No, I didn't, baby.
Yes, you did,
no,
baby.
I didn't. And that was pretty extensive. Not the one like me where I have traffic citations in civil cases. Yeah, I don't think they understand what civil cases mean.
Betty, you're a liar. You know what your criminal record is, and we all do because it's out there because of your own behavior. But you have violent arrest, Betty. You have DV arrest, Betty. It's not just traffic in DUI, which isn't a laughing matter. It isn't a stupid traffic citation, Betty. I've cleaned up drunk driving accidents. It's not fun, Betty. There's nothing laughable about it. My son's best friend and his brother were killed by a drunk driver. His little body melted to the exhaust system. Shut up, Betty. Wow.
It means I sued someone or I was sued.
We know you sued the Laundries for $36 over a sign. We know. I've seen the lawsuit. You said you did that just to make them talk. Betty, it's not for you to make them talk. You're not law enforcement. And no, you didn't. You did it for the damn $36. And you didn't get it, Betty. Ridiculous. You copied that off your buddy JLR with the felonious lawsuits.
My credit card thing, they're going to add that as another arrest. Right?
No, it wasn't added as an arrest.
My ex-husband's Home card, right? And it's funny because now they're going to add that as another arrest and tell people I was arrested 43 times because that is now on my docket and it's a civil case.
No, they just said there was 43 things on your docket. Nobody said you were not arrested for that, Betty. Everybody knows that. But your whole story about this credit card thing, because you've been separated and divorced for years, Betty, doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't fit it. What'd you do? Get the Home Depot card in his name or something, Betty? I don't know. I'm asking. You're the one who keeps putting all this information out. Honestly, Betty, I don't care. Everybody goes through hard times where they can't make their bills. Not, it happens to everybody. I don't think that should even be talked about on YouTube. But because of your behavior and the things you do to people, and you putting out a lot of this information yourself, only not all the true facts, which we all know. You're not factual about anything, not even about yourself. But yeah, okay, Betty. You're laughing. You're disgusting. You really, truly are disgusting.
They're idiots. They're idiots.
Yeah, we're idiots.
They're literally idiots. I like everyone. I'm objective. I'm just checking the facts. Great. Go over to Knox County, Illinois. Type her name in. Do your due diligence. Don't take it from Betty. Don't take it.
You were wrong,
you don't
Betty.
trust me,
It's
don't like
proven
me.
you're wrong.
Okay, go do your own research. I showed you where to find it. You can go into every one of those cases, and you can even request the information from those cases. You can go to the police department there in Knox County and request their mugshot and their charge sheet.
And that's what you did. You
there's
said.
a lot of stuff that you can acquire, and I get it, but you don't want to trust me. I give you the information. Do your own research.
You didn't.
I guarantee you're gonna be appalled when you dig in.
Okay. Betty, it's
That's
the wrong
all I'm
person.
say. Don't be shocked.
It's the wrong person.
You're going to be appalled. It's disgusting.
You're right. The things that are the charges, I don't agree with. But also, that woman is deceased. Okay, you're a pig, and you're wrong.
Name one missing kid that was found by Betty. I was part of the search. No, guys,
you never found anybody.
I've got to actually find somebody now.
Oh my
that's
God.
The requirement of volunteering. Do you put that requirement on all the other thousands of volunteers that are out there? We brought J.J. Rollins home.
What? Wait a minute. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm not giving her a pass on this one. I'm not. No. You shitted. Betty, shut up. Just shut all the way up. You did nothing but go down there for your damn views. The whole 17 minutes, 30 seconds you spent looking in them woods, walking around, you were streaming the whole time, talking to your audience, looking at the phone. You never once bent down and looked in a bush or moved a tree out of the branch out of the way or anything. You never once yelled that baby's name. Shut up. It was about views and clicks for you. It was not about that child. You went way on the outskirts away from everybody because you knew you wasn't allowed to stream. And I know you're not allowed to stream because I was on Casey Anthony's. I was on the search parties looking for Kaylee. So you're full of shit. You're not allowed to stream live. That's why you were way on the outskirts, not by anybody else. Oh my God, that woman.
I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are now available on StreamYard. Have you ever
Name one missing kid that was found by Betty. I was part of the search.
You were so disappointed when that baby was found. The tone of your voice, the look on your face, because 5 minutes before walking out to your car, you were telling everybody, oh, this isn't going to end well. I just know it, and I already have it. No, I know, and I'm all ready to go with that, and boom, you go out to your car and find out he was found. And you notice the person that found him, you don't hear him all over the news and everything. It was nothing but a stunt for you to get views and clicks. You didn't give two shits about nobody. Betty, you weren't even dressed. You live in Florida, for Christ's sake. You weren't even dressed to go in the swamps and look. You know we have snakes all over the place down there. Hell, I have in my yard. Rattlers, too. Shut up. You have snake bite boots. You didn't have them on. You didn't have long pants on, long sleeves on. You were out there for 17 minutes, Betty. 17 lousy minutes. and all you did was complain and talk to your audience the whole time.
Guys, you're saying I've got to actually find somebody now? That's the requirement of volunteering. Do you put that requirement on all the other thousands of volunteers that are out there? We brought J.J. Rollins home.
You did not.
We coordinated a search party
You did not.
with literally 1,000 people and went out and looked for J.J.
And you were clear on the other side where he wasn't even found by.
Did I specifically find him? No, but I was a part of that group.
No, you weren't. You weren't even out there when he was found. You were at your car screaming.
Did you expect the whole 1,000 people that showed up to find him? The whole purpose of having 1,000
Let me tell you,
people
when I was on the search party, we, of course, had boots and stuff on because, you know, we have snakes down here like crazy and ticks and every damn thing else. But, and gators. In fact, my neighbor had a gator in his yard. No, I don't live in the country, but it's Florida. My neighbors always have those smaller gators. Thank God it's not. We did have an 8-foot one, but they came and got it. It was in the canal across the street behind my neighbor's house. But let me tell you something. You searched. You didn't stream live. You had water. You had, you know, what you needed. And we all had long sticks, you know. And we all walked. It was an experience. Trust me, it was mentally exhausting. Because we all knew we were looking for. At that point, it was not a rescue or recovery. But yeah, Betty's full of shit. That's why she was on the outskirts, away from everybody else, because she knew if they seen her streaming, they'd shut her down. And all she did was walk back to her car and set up the stream there and then ran across the street. She did nothing, in my opinion. Hi, Hippie Emporium. Thanks for coming in. This is just about over, guys.
A massive amount of area so he can be found. And he was found.
Nowhere near you, thank God.
Nice try, David. Nice try. But go look up David Rollins.
Oh, my God.
Definitely was there for that. Definitely searched for him. And that little boy
no, you didn't.
was brought home safely. That day. But good try. Good try. But you actually have to go out and look.
You didn't.
You actually have to be part of the community to have those types of stories. I bet you've never done that. You're putting a requirement on me. You're here in the true crime community. Why haven't you gone out and searched for a child? Why haven't you gone out and found a missing child? Why haven't you got off your ass to do anything for your community? Just a question.
You have no idea.
Question, right? See, this can all be turned around. When you ask something of me, I'm going to ask it right back.
And you're going to lie.
If you can't say yes to it, don't expect me to say yes to it. If you can't do it, don't expect me to do it.
Okay.
If you won't get off your ass, don't expect me to do it. And don't criticize me when I do. When I run circles around all these haters on YouTube and continue to get stuff accomplished and pushed through and done while you're still typing on your keyboard, why haven't you gone out to help look for a missing child, David? Oh, you're just one of those pieces of shit that likes to criticize somebody else that does. Got it. Great job, buddy. Great job. If you don't want to be a...
Betty, you weren't criticized. He asked you a question. That's it. You weren't criticized. You've been ranting about this. You don't even know nothing about this person. You have no idea.
Don't say insulting things.
A question is not insulting, Betty.
That's how we roll over here.
Oh,
the vibe
Lord.
over there have been coming hard for you. And yeah, when you turn and bite, karma, baby. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. But you guys all now get to see the hypocrisy, right? They cover true crime.
Yeah,
okay.
we do, Betty, we do.
They don't have people attacking them saying that they're grifters and making money off the backs of these dead kids, but they're allowed to run true crime cases, right? Why is it okay for them to do it, but not me? Why?
Betty, it's how you do it. It's your behavior while you're doing it. It's the misinformation you pass on. It's the doxxing. It's the harassing. Outright making up details. That's what it is, Betty. It's not you personally. It's how you're doing it. You pimp off the backs of deceased victims. There's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube and getting paid for your work. Nothing. Hell yeah. It takes a lot to have a decent channel. It really does. It's not about that, Betty. I don't shade you for making money. It's how you're doing it. You can do true crime without this crap. You have a thing going across your channel saying drama free zone. You have been nothing but drama, Betty. What does drama have to do with true crime? It doesn't, Betty. Be the bigger person, pull up your big girl panties, walk away, and do a real true crime channel. You're not the media. You're not law enforcement. Stop acting like it. Stop lying with your fake press pass, saying that you're the media. Change up how you're doing it, Betty. You might be surprised at how fast things change for you. You really might. But sadly, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think you're capable because you don't want to. You have to want change. You have to put in the work. And you truly don't see anything wrong with your behaviors. Tell me, Betty, how many hashtags you have on this video? How many victims have you hashtagged in this video? Because you do it with all your videos, Betty. You've been asked by families to stop, and you refuse. Where's the respect that you show people? Because I've not seen any. You want things to change, Betty, it has to start with you. It really has to start with you. But that's just not in the cards, is it? Anyway, I'm going to read some of these comments here and give us a break on old Betty. I'm way behind in chat. Sorry, guys. It's hard when my iPad's charging. God, if I don't get a new computer too soon. Hey, Dolly Spackle, thanks for coming in. Hypocrisy isn't an actual argument. Exactly. Like I said, it's either self-reflection Saturday, because from the get-go, she's just been talking about everything she does and blaming everybody else. Of course, that's what Betty does. Or she's really punking us hard on April Fool's Day. She had some good April Fool's brown liquor in that coffee. I'd support a trip to Bradenton. That's only about, she's what, about 2.5, not even a couple hours from me. Yeah. Did some checking. Betty's a clown in her town. I mean, anybody that threatens to burn down a councilman's house because he knows you're a clown and doesn't support your clownish behavior, and then anybody that goes after a local news reporter because they have put out facts about Bullhorn, yeah, she's really liked. She puts every politician down. Whenever someone posts a video of her going into these council meetings, look, if they show, half the time they don't show the faces, but sometimes you can catch them. Look at the people's faces. It says it all. It says it all. And if Betty was my neighbor, we'd be having problems. Because I could imagine she's not fun to live beside. Oh no. And I'm sure the sheriff knows her quite well. I mean, Betty even got in trouble because she was using her dad's real estate office to do background checks on people. In fact, there's a news article out about it. And I knew about it, and it was before, but I mentioned it in my video, but I knew Toasty was going live, and I also knew it was sent to her as well. And since she does such a great job covering Betty, yeah, I mentioned it. I went into a little detail, but not a lot, because I wanted Toasty to bring it with all her other receipts. Because I love burnt toast. She's fantastic. Yeah, Betty. There are tons of groups on YouTube, helpers on their feet, getting the flyers out, share and share and share. That is helping. Exactly. This carrying on like she does, like heels on the ground, or I don't like to call them that, because they are not heels on the ground. And I get frustrated when in a creator's chat, and they keep referring to them, because they are not and never have been. They are hecklers on the street. They are nuisances. I mean, they're a nuisance. Let's just be honest. I can't give them credit for, they done nothing to get credit. We want you to go to Bradenton and do interviews. Please, maybe Lucy will go with you. um, I have some stuff. I don't know if I want to. The couple things I do have are really bad. I wouldn't want someone to put that out about me. But I do go down into that near that area, and maybe I could like talk to the councilman because I'm sure he would have a comment, or even that local reporter. But yeah, I doubt the sheriff would say much, being a sheriff and stuff. But yeah, as long as it's not, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I'm not saying she don't deserve it. But see, I pay attention to their faces when she's in those meetings. And just like that clip of her screaming at some chick in the courtroom saying she was her stalker and following her, they didn't know that girl. That girl could have been there for anything. It could have been in there's multiple cases in courtrooms, not just one. She could have been there with someone else. It was, yeah, see, there's groups, there's ways you can help. Not like that little flyer she printed up for that rally she claims she was personally invited to, but anybody's personally invited. It's open to the public. If you pay for a ticket, you get in. But Betty also got a job there. She was a paid for film, which a lot of them things do, just like whenever they do movies and stuff, they hire extras to sit in the stands and stuff. They basically do that too. But she acts like it was some personal big thing. No. You spent $300 for a ticket, Betty. You're coming in. They're going to remind you every year. Shut up. You're nobody special. You're a YouTuber. You're a Bullhorn Betty. That's it. Then you lied and said some guy hit you when he didn't. It's just, it's never ending with her. But, and I'm sorry, but that video of her with the Proud Boys and her displaying that symbol with her hands, she knew exactly what she was doing. Look at her face. She knew exactly. I don't have time for that in my life. I don't want to associate with anybody that can be such a racist bigot. And in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, Betty has shown that behavior over and over again. And that's behavior that she does. I don't do it. She does it. She prefers to drop her panties while running up the road with the cops in pursuit. Oh my God. She was too. From the waist down, she was naked. Oh yeah, that would be funny though, doing to get some. I don't want like hardcore dirt because I wouldn't. I'd show the funny stuff though, and like the nuisance stuff. Yeah, I'm sure they'd have a lot to say about living next door to Betty. Look, I ran into runaways on talk to most of them, and they never wanted to return back home. There are some just up and disappear, but there are some that do not want to be saved of the problems. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Thanks for having me. Betty is awful. I found out who she was a couple years ago from Burnt Toast and Geek Room. Oh, I never heard of Geek Room. Go check it out. Thanks always, Backle. I appreciate you coming in. I love Burnt Toast. She's good. Hi, Christina. I'd be horrified if this creature ever came across a child. Unlike professionals, she would put photos on YouTube and sabotage a crime scene. 1000% she would. Thank God she didn't find that little boy because he'd have been terrified, number one. And I don't think she'd have known what to do with him anyway. I mean, by Betty's own words, we know what happened when she had children in her care. And it's her own words. She's put it out there. I'm not putting it out there. Yeah, she'd have snapped so many pictures. She'd have went live. Well, she already was live. But yeah, that'd have been streaming from the get-go. We'd have never, ever heard the end of it. I am so thankful he was found safe and sound. So thankful. But I'm also glad it wasn't her, honestly, because it would have been. But if that would have been just her out there and nobody else, then yeah, I would have wanted her to find him. But she didn't really look for the kid. She was streaming. She didn't yell his name. She looked for 17 minutes. What the hell is that? Yeah, she needs to stay far away from children. She would yell at a sandwich. Yeah, she would. She'd cuss it out and then eat it. She'd totally mess it up. She would mess up a crime scene in a heartbeat. Yeah, Miss Law biting law professional with all her wisdom in a heartbeat. I mean, look at how she talks about police officers. Hi, Mama Schmiedel. Thanks for coming in. She's Amy Five. Thanks for coming in. She threatens to send a cease and desist to law enforcement and to a prosecutor because she's not allowed to film in a trial. And she'll do it. She'll go home, print it up, with that printer, along with her fake media badges, and she'll fill it out and send it in. I truly believe she would do that. Mm. I saw your scare witch video. It was brilliant. Scare bitch video. Yeah, it was. T. Kelly does amazing. Guys, check out T. Kelly's channel. She has some great videos. She is so talented. Yeah, it was a good video. Yeah, Burnt Toast is amazing. She does, she don't get on here and lie. She don't get on here, and she don't even attack and harass. She has fun with it, but she puts out facts. She doesn't make anything up. She doesn't go by what anybody else tells her. She vets everything. And, you got to. And I think as a creator, that's our responsibility. If we're going to put it out there, hell yeah, we're going to get it wrong. Nobody's perfect. Everybody gets things wrong. But you own it, you fix it, and you don't lie and lie on top of lie on top of lie. And you got to be careful when it comes to victims and their families, especially with open cases. There's trials that are going to be starting. Could you imagine how she's going to... Does anybody really believe that she's going to go into these trials if she's able to get into courtrooms and not record anything? Come on. That's why she got them stupid, outrageous little spy pens that you can record with. It looks just like a pen. No one's going to even know she's recording. Unless someone lets them know before she gets there. But you can bet, especially if she gets into the Vallow trial, what she's going to do. Please. Everything she said today was about her. Love that one, clown of the town. Yeah, she is. Unfortunately, I did find that out. She's pretty much a joke. Just interviews asking Florida residents if they know who Bullhorn Betty is would be hilarious. The ones who say no and the ones that do. That would be cool to do, because then I'm not actually going after personal real life stuff. I don't know anybody that knows of her. But that's, what, T. Kelly, you got some good ideas. I suppose Bets was trying to ditch her pants with the scale in the pocket. I know many women can't have children and are passionate and advocate, but to hear this thing speak about or try to represent children makes me so mad. And it wasn't that Betty never wanted children. She said it so many times in videos. And when Betty had the opportunity to make a difference in some children's lives and be a stepmom to them, by her own words, and this, oh, Betty said it because I have it in video, but she slams everybody else. DCF removed them, she said, because she spanked them on the butt. No, Betty, they don't remove them because you spanked them on the butt with a smack with your hand. But they were removed, and that was her chance. So she's had a chance. And I just, after what I've seen her do to victims and their families, I don't want to represent my child in any way. Nope. No, thank you. I mean, do what you do. Just change your behavior. Burnt Toast taught me all I needed to know about Molly Go lately. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I have to be honest. I found Molly because I was on Facebook, which I'm really bad about keeping up with those accounts. But that's where I found out about Dre and Marvon. And honestly, it was through a post of Without a Crystal Balls. Um, and that's how I found out about Molly. Uh, and I have to be honest, I did try to watch Molly with an open mind because at the time, this is when it was all going down, and Katie had shared that, they were, putting this out there together. This was before they started fighting. Um, and I'm not a big supporter of Without a Crystal Balls. I might see a post here and there on Facebook, but I can't remember when I even watched a video. But anyway, because I have my issues there too with some of the. But again, she's changed her behavior. She's owned her shit. And her channel continues to grow. And she goes on and does her, with all the hate channels out there on her. I mean, Extreme Caters, come on, EKC and Veda, old Tata. Which reminds me, as soon as I get my computer, if I ever, Lord, ever get one, I'm gonna do a live cooking Tata. But I want to be able to show it. So, yeah, Katie just ignores it and goes on and continues to grow. But I've had my issues with how she covers some things. But that's how I found Molly, and I went over to watch Molly, and I have to be honest, it didn't take me long. I could see through Molly right away. And then, 2 days later, they are killing each other. Molly's out and Katie's out and Molly. Everybody's fighting. Now, G jumps in the train because she's a cater, and she started to cater. But it's crazy. But she didn't need to yell. Everyone else was yelling far away from her. Yeah, everybody was yelling. She wasn't. Yeah, but she didn't need to. That's her excuse. That's her excuse. Okay, then what the hell are you searching for? Because let me tell you, we all yelled all day for a couple days in that heat. Oh my God, with all them clothes on, so we didn't get bit up because down here, our mosquitoes are on freaking steroids. They really freaking are. They are huge and they bite huge. And I always have a problem with mosquito bites. Always have my whole life because I have so many godforsaken allergies, including horrific sinuses. Um, but yeah, you have to dress properly, especially when you're going in the swamps, ticks and everything. JR faked a sippy cup in the search for JJ. Well, actually asked Ellie. They said no, it was not found by law enforcement or part of the case. Oh, why am I not surprised about that? I really am not surprised about that. I wish she would. If she continues thinking she's bigger than the justice system, I find out she's wrong. She's never admits she's wrong. Ever. She says she does. She owns it, but she doesn't. Because she knows she's wrong right now. She's wrong about the info she's put out. It's been proven to her. And she still won't own it. Betty's wannabe drug thug. Oh my God. Yeah, she said we were all wannabes. Wannabes. Okay, so you can't have it both ways. We either are or we aren't. First, we're all crackheads and we're all on drugs. And then she turns around and says, no, they're wannabes. Well, you can't be both. You either are or you aren't. Yeah, she does bring all the receipts. And from their own mouths. Yeah, I don't get on here and make up stuff to say about them. I'm not going to do that. I'm not about that. If I'm going to say it, I'm going to do my due diligence. And yeah, I'm going to mess up. And I'm hoping you people will let me know when I do. Um, it happens. But I use their videos, their behavior. as all of us do. I have to get going, but it's lovely catching up with everyone. Oh, thanks for coming back in, Bad Apple. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. DHB also took a pic of some lady during her court hearing. She's disgusting. Yeah, she said that lady was stalking her. I don't even think that lady knew who she was. I'm like, how can you shouldn't be allowed to do that? YouTube is where we got to make some changes. There's got to be stricter, hardcore, firm, no gives with some TOS. There has to be. There's got to be a way. I hate seeing vulnerable people being exploited. Yeah. Never mind the damage her and Creepo can do to an ongoing investigation with their interference, questioning neighbors, etc. Exactly. Interviewing possible witnesses is unbelievable. They hurt the Quentin Simon case so badly. And thankfully, not many in Idaho and Moscow would talk to them. But when they did get someone, they shouldn't have. They should have never interviewed anybody. They're not the real media. They're not law enforcement. That could have been a possible witness that they just tainted. I just stay out of it. You can cover it. You can talk about it without interfering. That's my issue. Quit interfering. Because you can bet if it was their relative, they wouldn't want people interfering in the case. They created such a hassle, nightmare for law enforcement in Georgia. It wasn't funny. I mean, they were using valuable time, 50-something calls, because of them being there. That's insanity. And yeah, I do fault the police for that, for putting up with it for so long. They should have done something about it as soon as all those calls kept coming in and all that was going on. They should have stepped in sooner than they did. But thank God they did step in, because you notice as soon as they did, they left. They were gone. And come on, we all know why certain people were there. Number one, they were also there to film this so-called reality show they were trying to sell, which was pathetic. And let's be honest, Mallory wasn't there for that baby. Mallory was there because they were filming those little segments for the reality show. I mean, she didn't even stay there. It was a photo op. And, let's do a live here. It was all about the views, the clicks, the money. It was not about that child. It was about, let's scream and accuse everybody of everything and make these outlandish allegations against people and scream so the neighbors can't be comfortable in their own homes. It wasn't about that baby, in my opinion. Because if they cared about that baby, they wouldn't have done that behavior. They could have peacefully protested. They should have went to the police station or to the court and protested. What did it do at the house? They're taking the credit for the arrest being made. They had nothing to do with that. It wasn't because of them. It was because law enforcement was able to put their case together and have evidence. They didn't make Lolani stand up and say what she did. They made things worse. I mean, look at what they did in the laundry case, in the Wells case. Betty's proud of getting someone fired. Do I think that Dawn and Candace are cool people? Hell to the no. Do I think they had something to do with that baby? Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, honestly, I do. Yeah, I don't want to get on that because my beliefs are that, and my opinions differ from a lot of people's. Yes, I know Dawn was at work, but no one knows for real what time she did supposedly go missing. I have a lot of questions because I just don't think Summer wandered off, or I just don't. I think Candace knows more than she's saying, more than she said. But you know, all the interference and that the scene and that histrionics and stuff from them at the crimes. I mean, at their home and at their jobs and stuff. That didn't help anything. That didn't help anything. And what they did to Jose, who had nothing whatsoever to do with it, wasn't even in the same state. Wow. But they don't do nothing wrong. Betty is the law-abiding citizen. She doesn't ever do anything wrong. She never gets it wrong. She don't violate TOS. She don't do nothing. But yeah. Yeah. They exploit the hell out of people. She couldn't operate the new laptop right on her or her phone, so that's why she begs for more devices than getting them repaired. Yeah, she sent the new ones back. Hell, I had no choice but to send mine back. It wouldn't charge, and the speakers had no volume whatsoever. And I was pissed because I had been waiting for that laptop, and I really need it for my channel. But yeah, it's not because I couldn't work it. It was messed up. It wasn't. The battery was probably not even in there for all I know. I don't know. All I know is it would not charge. And there was no sound coming out of the speakers. And I tried everything. I'll play around with something until I figure it out. It may take me a minute, but I'll play around with it until I figure it out. I went on under an alt account asking about, and the mods tried so hard to sell her reasons for needing it was pathetic. Yeah, I don't understand why she needs it. I don't understand why she needs a $3,000 camera or a machete or snakebite boots or hazmat suits. But they'll keep, and you know, I honestly, I don't get it. I don't get it. The kind of money that these people are handed. I mean, Mallory has a goal every day that she resets and tells people. I don't get people, go get a job. It's not up to subscribers to pay your bills. I don't get it. But you know, I can't feel sorry for people. It's their money. They want to do what they want with it. That's on them. Don't come crying to me because now you wake up and realize what you've done. Too bad. And now they're doing. She's with Cher, which I really don't get after everything with Quentin Simon, you know, and Mallory being there yelling, which she claims she's never done. But I have video of her actually yelling at the house. I don't get them two together either, being on topics. I don't know. I won't be watching. Hey, Headstones and Headlines. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. EKC is top sister wife for Steve. Yeah, I agree with that one. I definitely agree with that one. That one is hard to review because when you're done, she's pointless. She never ever gets to the point. She rambles on thinking because she Googled something and can say big words that it makes her sound smart. But she hasn't a clue. And when you're done, you feel like you don't have no brain cells left. I've never seen more of a perfect team or a perfect pair than her and Tata. Her and Invada. And they could be sister wives to Steve. Because he's as creep can be. I can't, that dude creeps me out totally. Totally. I've honestly never watched him, but I've covered the crap he did with LB. First video I found on Molly after seeing KJ on her panel was the Chanel Watts video that told me all I needed to know. Yeah, honestly, I had been around Sherelle's World and stuff when all that stuff was going down with John Yates and Scamber and all them. So I knew how bad people could get on YouTube. I knew how people would fake unalivenments and fake cancer and that's why I did one of my first videos was on the stuff he did. Because I knew I was there. I seen it all go down. Yeah. In fact, that's why I started my channel. Oh, no, I started my channel because of I'll have to be honest, the more we're on stuff, because I just thought the more of us put the truth out there, the better. I'm in Minnesota. The bugs here are unbelievable. You can have ours. We have big freaking palmetto bugs. Okay, to me, they're just freaking cockroaches on steroids because that's exactly what they are. And frickers fly. I hate them things. I'm terrified. I haven't used my dishwasher in a couple months because there was a palmetto bug in my dishwasher. I blocked that bitch up. I gave it to it. I've never opened it since. I stand there and wash my damn dishes. But I am so tired of it. I'm actually going to take my power back and take my dishwasher back. But I hate them damn palmetto bugs. No matter how you spray or seal up, they still find a way to come in your damn house. She can't outsmart life of how she knows, how she shows herself. Yeah, she hates me, but I love her. Betty's want to be drug dog. I love that name. She's getting info for some of her simp subs, and they are just as dumb. Yeah, and that's what I mean. I've seen the hecklers on the street, the hooves on the ground bunch. They go by what people say in the chat, and they run with it immediately. They don't check or vet nothing. And I'm not saying I, people can exaggerate things or get things wrong, so you got to make sure they don't. They don't. Betty's always thanking her subs for sending her content, sending her stories and stuff. She's always doing that. And she doesn't check to see if it's true. I think she's unemployable, not just her anger and aggression, which is off the scale, but also she cannot be trusted and has no idea how to even talk normally. I agree. I agree. Betty still wants a stalker. She's nuts. Yeah, this woman in the courtroom, and then she shows her damn picture. I'm like, what? You don't even know this woman or why she's there. What makes you think it's for you? Because Betty, no one cares about you. Not like that. She said it was Beer Can Island stalking her in court. I just doubt it was. If this was about people talking about her, she would be busy for years reporting. These attacks on Queen and Nonsense and a few others is nothing more than targeted personal agenda attacks. Exactly. And her views were down. Let's be honest. Look at her views behind all this. She's getting mad views. And that's frustrating, especially when there's, I don't know. And I get that everybody don't like everybody, but man, you don't have to be rude to ignore people in chats. You know, if you've supported a creator for a very long time and then, you have a different opinion on what's going on something that's going on, and you're in chat and you're not being disrespectful, but you're saying your opinion, I think it's wrong for a creator to turn around and ignore that person, and then because that creator is their right hand and left hand's doing it as well. But yet this person has supported you wholeheartedly. And you're gonna that's rude. And I'm sorry, that's juvenile. And it's wrong. Especially when you've done nothing, you know? Chatham County Police, 53 call-outs to disturbances, 3 arrests. The police chief said they turned a tragedy into a money-making circus. So true, Christina. They sure did. And that was a lot of wasted man time. I spoke to Frankie. 3 messages. It broke my heart. What they have lived through. Oh my. I've been inside out on the summer case from day one. Yeah. Yeah, that stuff she said about that body, about the bones and maggots, that made me sick. And what the hell is she having the right to be calling and asking where the remains are? Who the hell is she? She's a YouTuber. But she didn't bother to tell law enforcement that she was not only recording the call, but streaming it. And yes, you have to tell them. Oh, I'm uploading a video of Mallory now. She is back to herself, old self. Oh, headstones and headlines. I'm coming to watch. And you're right. And I told everybody from day one, nothing's going to change. Even before she got on Queen Bee's panel and said she wasn't going to change, I knew nothing was going to change. Mallory did it for the money, for the views and the clicks. And that's all I tried to tell a creator. And I guess I'm shunned for it now because I had a difference of opinion. That's fine. I was a very strong supporter of that creator. Always have been. And I'm being done wrong behind it. And that's fine. I've moved on. You move on. Stay your lane. I'll stay mine. Mallory is all scam. Yep. She twisted and she's not smart. She's twisted. Yeah, the Holy Spackle. I tried to tell people right from the get-go that was nothing but a setup for views and clicks for money. Why would she not go to Molly? Everybody knew who she was talking about. She knew they would too. She said heels on the ground, which they're not. Hecklers on the street. Anyway, it was such a setup. Only Molly took it too far, and it went too far. But in my opinion, I believe it was nothing but a setup from the get-go, and it went too far. And look at the views and clicks she got out of it. Her views tripled for that time period, along with a few other creators. And sometimes I think, and I'm sure it's exciting when you get that many views and that many people in chat. But you don't be rude and ignore the people that have been there supporting you from day one because they have a different opinion, a different view of it. I never attacked anybody. I never slammed anybody. I didn't deserve that. But that's good. I'm good with it. That's fine. You just showed me something. That's all. Anyway, I knew Mallory. I knew she couldn't. But, and then her views started dying back down to normal. I mean, look at how many subs she got out of it. Look at how many subs she got out of it when she jumped back on the Molly train after all that time and making videos and attacking her. Look at how many subs she got out of it. And how her views went up for that. And then whenever she's stagnant again and things are down, she decides everything with her has been bad. And she's going to, now she has a problem with things that have been going on all along. But yet she can get on here and I don't know this other Gina Diamond. I don't know her. But don't get on here and trans bash when that's what all this was about. You being bashed. Then you turn around and do the same thing, give a cockamamie apology, get right back up and do the same thing like you always do. It's not right for you. And just because somebody calls you out because of your behavior does not mean they are trans bashing you. I have never once trans bashed you, and I never will. AD is another grifter who lies. There are channels that have gone after him. Clip. Oh, I'm going to check that one out. He is obsessed and it's sick. He lies to grift so much money, and his enablers are just as sick and twisted. Oh. Oh. Yeah, palmetto bugs. Oh, they're big. God, that's how I found out about them. One flew at me at the stop sign. I freaked out. I hate palmetto bugs. My fear is I'm going to be sleeping and one's going to try to get in my ear or something or climb on me. No joke, I know I'd pass out. But they are just big and nasty. They are cockroaches on steroids, man. I told you, Florida's bugs are on steroids. The mosquitoes are freaking humongous. See, no one told me about the palmettos and stuff before I moved here. No one told me I'd have pygmy rattlesnakes in my freaking mailbox or rattlesnakes in my backyard or an alligator in my driveway. No one told me that stuff. Yeah, we got bugs on steroids. You should see these palmetto bugs, man. And I'm fanatical about my house because I think, well, be super clean and they won't come in. Nah, that don't matter. That don't matter. But I'm still like clean house. But yeah, they don't care. I have an exterminator. And the stuff he sprays, we have to actually leave. It's so strong on the outside, it seeps in. You can smell it, so we leave because of the allergies. But they still come in. They still get in. And little scorpions. I've had a couple of those little black scorpions. I mean, they're not going to kill you, but they can. You can get a fever or have a reaction to the bite, and they can make your animal a little sick, but they're not deadly. I've had a couple of them. Borax. Sprinkled borax around pipes and baseboards. Really? And palmettos won't come in. Well, hell. You know how much I pay for, because my lawn guy, the guy that comes and sprays the pest control around the outside, doesn't do the inside. He only does the outside, so I have to have a different guy come do the inside every 3 months. But, my husband takes care of the rest, but, yeah, that would be nice, because I need to have them come, but to have them both done, it's another fucking $185. Sorry if chatting too much, needed distraction. My fur baby has a severe spinal cord injury needing 24/7 care, but me. Oh, Sam, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. My fur babies are my everything. Oh my gosh. Oh, what happened? It's a great comparison. They think that everybody has to agree. They do not realize you can have different opinions and it's okay. Exactly. Oh, I'm so sorry about your fur baby. Oh my goodness. There's nothing they can do? Oh. Is that why she says she's a comedian? Was she a paid professional? No. No. As far as I know. I mean, just from what I know, which could be wrong, but I don't know of her ever actually working as a comedian and being paid for it. And I don't find anything funny about it. Wow, my neighbors are really outside having fun. They're putting in a swimming pool. And he's digging it all himself and stuff because it's so expensive. But yeah, they're loud. It's dark. They have to quit soon. Mallory has been on the stage. It's true. She was weeping. Oh, they are like our kids sending hugs and yeah, Sam, I hope your baby. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Al, I think you know what creator I'm talking about. I'm I I'm just really honestly disappointed because I don't deserve the treatment that I have received. I don't. I didn't say anything wrong. I didn't say, "Oh no, I hate you. I'm never coming out." Yeah, I didn't say anything like that. All I said is I don't agree. And I'm sorry. But when you look at the numbers, look at the views, and look at the numbers in the chats, it is what it is. Look at Mallory's for those few days. Mallory didn't change. Nope. She's not going to. She made it quite clear she's not going to. Gator in the driveway. Oh, yeah. Could be worse. It could be BullhornBetty out there. Yeah. She could be the Gator's dinner because right now it's mating season and it's warm weather. It's early and they're coming out and they're hungry. They'll eat anything. So, yeah, Betty. Betty, Betty, Betty. Watch them gators. I have a family of skunks out under a shed. Oh, yeah. Good luck with that one. They'd win. I feed everything though, because of my kids and because of me. I mean, my husband was making birdhouses for me today because it's spring and you know. But we feed the squirrels. We had this one squirrel. She's only got 3 paws. One of it's all crippled up. I always make sure she gets an extra peanut. But yeah, we feed the turkeys, the deer, the pigs, the wild boar. Yeah, we feed everything. The freaking ants, because they're eating the shit that I put on the ground for everybody else. And then we try to kill the ants. But yeah, the little red ants, they bite like hell. And they're, oh, I hate them things. We had a family of turtles under our garage for a while. Early in the morning, you'd see the all the little babies out with mom. It was cute. I used to have a turtle. He used to come beat on my door when he was wanted to eat with his head. He'd knock on my screen door because down here in Florida we have bird cages. They call them bird cages, but they're big screened in rooms around your pole. And he'd knock on the door when he wanted to eat. He came for years. Okay, back in the truck. Outlaw trucker. My dad owned. He had a company. He had 18 rigs on the road at one time. I loved going on hauls with them. I really liked it. Molly said a few tidbits of truth in her Mallory rants, like she's a fake and a failed comedian. Yeah, she did. I don't think Molly did it on purpose. I don't even think she realized she was telling the truth. I do, and it upsets me. Yeah. And the other person, the right hand man, I did absolutely nothing to. He could message me on Discord and say, "Oh, well, I'm just trying to digest all this. Digest what? I did nothing. Digest what? I did absolutely nothing. You'll say hi to me in this chat, but not in that chat. I'm sorry, kiss my ass. That's my opinion at this point. That is so mad disrespectful. I don't disrespect people like that. When I ask you what the hell I did and you can't tell me because I did absolutely nothing, that speaks volumes. I know who you're talking about, and I'm sorry you're treated that way. Yeah. I'm in Australia. We have all the critters. Yeah. Oh, that's on my bucket list. That's one of my dreams is to visit Australia. Mating season for BHB. Oh, God bless the guy. That's a man I feel sorry for. Can you imagine her doing a peacock mating dance? Oh my God. Or she could be like the alligators and they bark. They're really loud too, because sometimes you can hear them from across the street in the canal. You can hear them at night. But yeah, if you go down to the hospital, they have a canal there, and if it's really hot out, you'll see the little gators out sunning. A peacock mating dance. Oh my God, I would love to see that. Not imagine be mating. I wanted to sleep tonight. Not imagine BHB mating call. Oh gosh, if it's nice out here, yeah. I really enjoyed being on the road when I would go on a run with my dad or my stepbrother. I mean, he wouldn't let me go with none of his other drivers, just my stepbrother or him. My stepbrother was much more funner than my dad, though. But my dad would spend mad money on me, so. But that's the only time he ever did my whole life. So, that one time, I should say. But anyway. So I know it's a disturbing thought. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that is. Could you? Never mind. I had people unsub for me because I said I won't suck up to Mallory. You know what, T. Kelly? You don't need them people then. I'm sorry. But that's the whole thing is we're talk as grown adults. And I wasn't falling for it either. And if they were subbing you because they really liked you and your content, they wouldn't have unsubbed. I mean, I'm sorry, but that St. Jude stuff really hit home with me. And yeah, it struck a harder chord with me. I lost my brother to leukemia. I watched him suffer horribly. And it just, my niece and my nephew have been patients at St. Jude's. So it really struck a chord with me. And to say that you're not going to take it down, okay, fine, or private it or anything because it's the best content of 2023 on YouTube, I can't support that. I can't support that. But I didn't say I wouldn't support anybody that does. I You know, that's not my choice. It's not my channel. But I have a right to not agree. Just like everybody has a right to not agree with me. We all have different opinions. But I never attacked anyone or put anybody down. And if you're mad because I said, look at the views, look at the numbers in chats, that's not a slight. That's not throwing shade. That's the truth. Mallory's numbers tripled because of it all. Just saying. The Bullhorn Betty mating call. We need to do a mating call for Betty. Yes. Yes. Thanks. She is my world. And she slipped and ruptured her disc. Oh. They said they can operate, but no guarantee. Ex rushing her to the vet now, as she can't wee any. Oh my God. Oh. Well, I sure. Oh man, I hope everything goes good. You gotta let me know how things go. I'll be saying prayers for your baby. Yeah, you definitely gotta let me know how things go. Oh my gosh. She would complain the entire time. You know what? I believe she would. That would be something. Haven't slept for 2 days, giving her cuddles all the time. Oh, oh my goodness. I wouldn't be able to either. I. My dog's a pain in the ass, but I love him to death. I love him so much. And my big old fat kitty. Oh my gosh, no. That's why I didn't want to get any more animals, because after the last one's losing them, it was hard. Leonardo was the last thing we had from our son, really. We got Leonardo, our son brought him home to us because what they were doing to the puppies. And him and his fiance took one, and we took Leo, and we had him for years, but he died. It was awful. And I just didn't, felt like I lost a lot more, because he was a connection to my son, because my son had his brother. But yeah, it was just so hard, and I didn't want to get any more. I didn't want to go through that anymore. But then I seen these two, and they needed rescued, so they weren't put down. So I couldn't say no. My oldest is transgender, so I support trans rights. I equally do not give people a pass on inappropriate behavior. Exactly. And just because we're calling out the behavior doesn't mean we don't support her being trans. Okay. Well, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in, but I've been on here, oh my gosh, 3 hours and 20 minutes. I've never done a live this long before. This is cool. I knew you would be an animal lover. Yeah, I do. I love critters. I can't watch anybody hurt an animal. It breaks my heart if my husband has to kill a poisonous snake, and I hate snakes. But it breaks my heart. I have to go in the house and cry. I'm going to be that later this month. The broccoli head I use machetes. Or I use. Wait, the broccoli head I use matches Mallory's shirt perfectly today. Oh, I haven't seen her. I haven't watched her. All I did last I seen it. You started at 21. Oh wow. Yeah, I know a lot of transgender people. Male and female. My nephew is gay. My niece was gay. I don't care. They are who they are, and I love them no matter what. And I've had them listen to a little bit of her, and they all told me the same thing. Nope, nope, and nope. But it's the behavior is my issue. Nothing more, nothing less. The behavior. I don't care who she is. Weren't we? We want interviews. Yeah, that would be cool. Great show, Captain. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yeah, I'm gonna end this, guys. I've been on here a lot long. I appreciate everybody coming in. Next time I'm gonna figure out how to have somebody up on panel. But this old goat will get it eventually. But guys, thanks so much. I really appreciate it. Do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. I'm trying to get my subs up. I appreciate y'all. Thanks, Al, for modding. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.